Yeah, welcome back to Birrelly Park on prelim final day. Magnificent weather, can't wait. It is the Rovers versus the Hoppers. Freaky, thanks to 40 Winks, who are we having a look at on the stat sheet?
Yeah, we'll start with the Wangaratta Rovers. Got Lockie O'Brien, Brody Philo, Sam Murray, Sam Catapan and Jack Gerish. And for the North Albury side of things, we've got Timmy Broomhead, Julian Hayes, Archie Gardner, George Goody. And I'm going with Jacko Wiedemann. We talked about it a little bit in the pre-game. I think he's going to play a little bit more half-back, probably get a little bit more of the footy and set them up from the back half.
Great work, Brad Freak. We'll go down to ground level and catch up with Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket. Bobby, who won the toss?
Georgie God won the toss, and he's going to kick to the Albury end of Birrelly Park. Absolutely outstanding conditions here, boys. Not a breath of wind at the moment. Surface is fantastic. Just a match-up. Jason McQuaid's gone straight to Minogue in the North Albury forward line, boys. So good luck with the call, lads, and have a good one, and I'll see you at quarter time.
The Rovers and the Hoppers, one step away from a grand final. Who will meet the Yarrawonga Pigeons next Sunday? We're about to find out. The first term is for A-grade oils and batteries. Here is Robbie McKinlay.
Here's Hanrahan and Gaston. Now, Broomhead and Murray are running with each other at the moment. George Goody and McCartney are having a good crack at each other as well. So a secondary bounce. Hanrahan got the tap straight to Broomhead. Had to momentarily think which way he was kicking. He got a kick that was smothered. Gaston put his head over the footy. He's tackled, he's wrapped up. He's thrown to ground, and it'll be another ball up. It's just rolled into North Albury's forward line by about 20 metres.
Robbie, another matchup. Wiedemann's gone to Alma in the Wangaratta's forward line.
Okay, so Wiedemann will be deep. And here's a chance here for Winter. He's tackled. And Lukey, I'm going to ask you to get a clearance. That will be the fourth ball up to start the game.
Let's have a look, Robbie. So just on the fringe of the square, favouring the Emerald Avenue end. There's Murray trying to burst his way through. Comes out to Julian Hayes. Left foot going to the arc of the 50. Good fist away from Ledger. Here comes Kieran Parnell for the Rovers. Off half back, has a bounce. Steadies up. Wilson nearly got a hand to it. Ball rolling out of bounds. Left of centre wing on the broadcast side. How's the atmos down there, Bobby?
Fantastic. And Robbie, your man Jack Reynolds has got a massive game today. He's playing off half back, and he reads the footy so well. He left his man there to impact the play just then. He's got a massive role today.
Tossed in, kick off the ground, goes the way of Julian Hayes. Handball's a bit hot. Goody did okay. Fancy stuff behind his back, onto Reynolds, and he's tackled immediately by Justin Lewis. So ball's centre wing, broadcast side of the ground, Birrelly Park, 16 degrees and sunny. Gaston tapped it. Goody runs at the ball. Gathered, kicks long, tumbles a punt towards half forward. Boyd's there. Presents the chest, plays on immediately. Ran 15, drove the ball 60 metres to Mark Lou. Couldn't hold on to it. Good work by Wiedemann. McCarthy was there. Alex, here's a chance for Catapan. Head over the footy. He's tackled. Jason Rain says, give it to me. It'll be balled up 40 metres out away from the Wangaratta Rover goal. No score.
Netball court ends, so we get a stoppage. Let's have a look. Down there, Damon, Eddie grabs it out. Sam Catapan, left foot, heading towards goal. Bouncing, weaving. Couldn't take it in. Ball goes through for one minor score. So the Wang Rovers are on the scoreboard. 1-0, thanks to Steelline. We'll go to you, Freaky, thanks to 40 Winks.
Yeah, a couple of early touches to Julian Hayes, an early touch to Tim Broomhead as well on the North Albury side of things. A Ray White Rural netball updated, 2-goal lead to the Wodonga Raiders, 3 minutes gone in the last quarter.
Big kick in from Julian Hayes, who played on, that has been marked by Allison for Wangaratta Rovers between half forward and centre wing. Kicks it 30 out. Mark Lou's the target from behind. Hayes and Wiedemann knock it out over towards the old boundary line. Bobby, I reckon Harry Weaven there momentarily had the sun in his eye on that nasty little moment.
I was waiting for a gap in play. That's exactly what happened. He's got two hands. He needed to put one of them up in front of the sun to help him catch the ball, but it worked out okay.
Ball back into play. Goody got it out, ends up with Broomhead. Very short ball. Clever one to Reynolds. Left foot, had a 30 to 35 metre kick. Here's Boyd though for the Rovers. Tried to get it to Nolan. Dennis got a hand to it. Gardner short, that was Cody to Foster. Over the top, Minogue, big sweeping hand pass. Whistle given.
Push.
Yeah, so Josh Minogue to take it. Here he is, the spearhead for North Albury. Gets it inside 50, Emerald Avenue end. Penny, Jack, short. Good ball to Nathan Dennis, couldn't take it. Lost the handle on it. Rovers coming out of defence, far side, Gaston got a bad bounce. Arch Gardner goes in, out the back to Reynolds. Nice follow-up play. Left foot going in. Nice mark. Boyd. And they hold up the Rovers in defence.
Yeah, Boyd's kick's good. It goes to between fullback and centre half back. Sammy Murray has it. And he goes laterally as well, finds Brody Philo, his first touch, drives it long to centre wing. Mark Lou and Wiedemann. Ball bouncing through. Well done, Alex Mark Lou. Superbly gathered. Now runs through a bit of traffic. Now decides. Oh, he hasn't gone too far.
No.
Gee, he's been picked up there by Jason Rain. I reckon he's a bit stiff, Bobby Jackson.
I think so too. I think that was, he took a lot of steps, but I don't think he travelled that far. So that was an interesting one to start the day. But yeah, it's definitely on down here. Alma's had to come up the ground to get a touch. He's going to have a hard day today on Wiedemann, that's for sure.
In they go. Well, Ledger coming across, fantastic work. Just to spoil it, Bobby, and get it out of bounds.
He's not underrated anymore. Charlie Ledger is one of the better defenders in the competition, and he leaves his player to help his fellow defenders out better than anybody in the competition, and he's very, very valuable down there for the Rovers defence.
40 out from goal here. Emerald Avenue end. Gaston with a hand to it. Hanrahan to Penny. Jack Penny heading towards the sticks, and they're underway. North Albury in the prelim. They're on the board. They open their account. 6 plays 1 on the steel line scoreboard. And Freaky will go to you thanks to 40 weeks.
Yeah, just a repeat inside 50s for North Albury. 4 inside 50s inside the first 5 minutes of this game, and a nicely taken goal there by Jack Penny. 3 disposals to George Goody, 2 to Julian Hayes, and Tim Broomhead early for the Hoppers.
Speaking of underrated players, Mr. Penny, he's a heart and soul sort of player for North Albury, but he's very much underrated and pops up, and he's played some important roles throughout the season for North Albury, and today he's going to be called upon today.
Good Carlton man too, Bob. Up she goes. Gaston, Hanrahan, hand on the ball. Murray sharked it beautifully. Slipped a handball to Philo. Philo kicks the ball towards half forward. Alex McCarthy leads in the race the ball. He was well tracked by Ramage, who slips over in the gutter. Not the first bloke to do that in Wodonga, and will be thrown in 65 metres around from the goals. Rovers had the early goal. North Albury got the first goal through Penny. They lead it 6-1. Ball spins back into play. Damon, clever tap. Penny, the goal kicker, got the footy. Tackled by Murray. And it'll be balled up. It sits 70 metres out from the Wangaratta Rovers goal.
Freaky, just to cut in, just to keep an eye on Jack Penny. I think he's doing a run with Brody Philo, I think.
Good Bobby. Bob Jackson. Boundary side for the Newmarket Hotel as Goody comes away. Gaston, big fist over the top. Parnell got a bad bounce. Foster Garner tried to tear his way through. McCartney brought to the turf, and the umpire will take it. So 6 plays 1 here. North Albury up in the opening term. They're going almost 7 for NZ. Ball up. Just on the fringe of the square here, favouring the broadcast side. Oh, big tackle applied, and the umpire is happy to take it. Hanrahan with a slammer on Catapan.
A Ray White Rural Netball update. Wodonga Raiders 32 lead, Corowa 30. 7 minutes gone in the last quarter.
So 2-goal lead to the Raiders there into the last quarter. It's tough. It's solid in the middle of the ground at the moment. And it ain't coming out. And umpire Rains says, give it to me. He'll ball it up, smack bang in the middle of the ground if you've just joined us. It's the Rovers, 1 behind, trail North Albury. The 1 goal. Hanrahan's kick was smothered. Damon flew, couldn't gather. A lot of players around the ball at the moment. McIntosh was involved. He missed, he tackled. Now it comes out. Penny's kick's smothered. Here's a chance for the Rovers. They might better break. Kick off the ground by Lockie. O'Brien was good. Jack Reynolds, the boy from Mara, leads in the race for the ball. Stewie Booth tracks him. Reynolds stays at it. Booth tackles him. Reynolds is over the ball, and it's going to be balled up half forward for the Wangaratta Rovers. North Albury lead 6-1, and that is on the steel line scoreboard.
Yeah, good afternoon to wherever you maybe tune into the prelim this afternoon at Burley Park in Wodonga. Here's Damon. Penny snavelled it. Down low is Alex McCarthy. He was taken. Ball at bootlace level. And that Sharon is not coming out of there. Just outside the arc of the 50, favouring the netball court end on the far side. We'll go down to you, Bobby, for the Newmarket. What's the latest down there, mate?
Just the rotations are starting to roll through now. It's quite warm in the sun, so there'll be a fair few rotations nice and early today just to get the boys second wind and get them into the game.
Oh, geez, I don't know if Freaky on the 40-wing stats is taking stoppages and ball-ups, but I think we're in double figures already.
I've lost the ink already.
Goody does well. Off the Broomhead. Hurried kick. Intercepted by Allison. Foster Gardner tackles him. Chance here for McIntosh. Backed in with courage. Here's a chance. Catapan. Left foot snap. Misses to the near side. Minor scores. So a behind to the Wangaratta Rovers. They are 2 and North Albury with a goal to Jack Penny lead it. 6-2. We've gone 9 minutes. And that's on the NZ time clock. We're doing this first quarter for our great friends at A-Grade Oils and Batteries. Here's Lukey Francis.
Let's have a look, Robbie. So, full-back position.
Hey, Luke, is there a better kick in the game than this fella here, Julian Hayes?
Oh, it's a terrific question. He's
Brody-
just a
Brody
pillar of
Follow.
strength down back for the Hoppers. He's so good. Here's Goody to Broomhead. Hooks it around his body, trying to get it to the advantage of Winter. Ends up with Minogue. McQuaid pressures him. Ball comes out. Allison, good player, Xavier. Goes to Brody Philo, the former Morris medal winner. Out wide to O'Brien. Back to Allison. Just balked and got around Broomhead. Short down the line to McCartney. So they're on the move now. Here goes Lockie. Thumps it in. They get an entry. Good hands, taking the mark back there. Ramage. And he gets it to Wiedemann.
Sweeping handball is a good one. Wiedemann's kicks a beauty. Finds Campbell. Now Campbell, he'll come back through the middle of the ground. Finds Hayes. They love the ball in this bloke's hand. It slipped a handball now to Foster Gardner. A look away handball now for Dennis. Dennis just overpossessed that handball. Boyd was tackled. He might have thrown it. Penny with courage. Here's a chance here. Nice work by Dennis. On to Campbell. Here's Murphy's first touch. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. A lot of work to do for Cody Gardner. He did okay, but he has infringed against Kieran Parnell. He'll give away the free kick. And there's Sam Murray sitting in the back pocket all on his own. And he chips the ball to half back and he finds Brody Philo.
He does. Murphy had no one to kick to, Bobby.
Yeah, you probably needed to kick the grass there and just get a restart some way, shape or form. And the best option was to create a free kick, which happened and slowed the ball down.
Catapam plays onto McCartney. Tries to get around McIntosh. A few dance steps, didn't come off, dropped it. Cooper's got him. Couldn't stick the tackle to Finn Osborne, to Catapan. Out the back they come to O'Brien. Now that's a real high kick. Over the silo, down it comes. And then players go in. Finn Osborne's got it. Look at King going in with Goody. It's tied up. So 6 plays 2 here. North Albury up on the Steel Line scoreboard. NZ Albury time clock has gone over 11. First term. What do you got for us, Freaky? Thanks to 40 Winks.
Yeah, George Goody up to 6 disposals for North Albury, 4 for Tim Broomhead and Julian Hayes as well. 4 disposals for Sam Catapan, Lockie O'Brien and Brody Philo for the Rovers.
Penny, he ducked and handballed it. He took a bit of punishment doing it. Now here's Sam Murray from the clearance. Breaks clear. Burst of speed. Drives it long. McCarthy over the back. Mark Law at the front. Oh, good mark. Ramage took a beauty for the Hoppers between 2 Hawks. Dishes off a handball to Julian Hayes. He'll go long. He'll look for one of the Gardner boys. Flynn Gardner runs onto it. Ducks his head. Got a handball out. Oh, and then we've got a whistle. Jason Rain has asked the ball to be thrown in, I think. Now here we go. It's a high.
Yep, high.
It's a free kick. And it's going to go the way of Archie Gardner.
Has to be.
Yep. Parnell coming in there a little bit late, I think it was.
Yeah,
So it'll be Archie Gardner, true centre wing, clubroom side of the ground. They're up and about here at Birrelea Park. Gardner's kick, long, from behind, knocked to ground there. It was Taylor, got it again. Look away, handball finds Goody. Goody on the outside of his foot, kicks it to space. Picking up though, there is O'Brien for Wangaratta Rovers, and a chipping kick finds Murray. They're out here, Lukey.
Yeah, they are. Here goes Big Sammy, the general. One bounce. McIntosh after him. Look at that low driving kick to the half-forward flank. Mark Clue, wild hand pass. A loose ball now. McCarthy brought down by King. What's the umpire going to say? He's going to take it. So 75 out from goal here. Netball court end. Opening term, prelim final day. Steel Line scoreboard, North Albury up 6-2. NZ Albury time clock has gone over 13. Freaky for 40 Winks.
Yes, 7 early disposals to George Goody, 6 for Lockie O'Brien, leading disposal getters on each team for 40 Winks.
There's no easy kick out there. When that ball comes through the middle, we've got another ball up. Big thump from Ed Damon. Chance here now through traffic. Oh, gee, he's going to have to be quick there. Was Will McCarthy. He did. He got it to Shuey Booth. Drove it along to the gold square. From behind, awkward bounce. Hayes read it superbly. Has a little bit of room to move. Oh, Fudd chased after him, and Fudd did well. He smothered the handball. He knocked it through for behind. That's the Rovers' third. They haven't kicked a goal yet. North Albury have kicked the only goal of the match. They lead it 6-3. We've got almost 14 minutes on the Steel Line scoreboard.
McIntosh. in defence for the Hoppers. And he tries to pick out Leighton Taylor. Here's Damon getting a hand to it. Oh, just got rid of McIntosh with brute strength. Allison over the top. Here's Jack Garish. Has a ping on the sticks. Netball caught in across the face. No score. It's gone out of bounds in the pocket. Broadcast side. Netball caught end.
Already we've seen, boys, is that Lockie O'Brien and Sam Murray get to work on. There's a bit of space. Geez, they run hard the space and run hard for the next possession and really link up. So if they get some territory and get some possessions, and they're going to be really dangerous on the flip side if North Albury continue to turn the ball over deep.
Gasson, he had front position. He couldn't get hold of it. Now here's a chance. They might spill one out the back into Catapan. Handball was good. Back to McCartney. Snapshot. Low dribbler. Left foot kick. Justin Lewis misses to the right-hand side, minor score. So the Rovers notch up their fourth behind. They trail North Albury by 2 points to a one straight 6. 15 minutes have ticked over on the NZ Albury clock. Here's Lukey Francis for Anytime Fitness.
Yes.
Notice, sorry, Lukey, I know you love your fitness.
No, beautiful, Robert. Yes, still without a major, hey. The Rovers in the prelims, we're going 15. Foster Garner's going to be taken up the ground, Bobby.
Yeah, that was a little bit of ill discipline there. It was a fantastic mark and a great kick to chew off and go through the middle. So this has really set him up here.
Now Minogue's charging back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's... okay. Foster Gardner with the second attempt. Goes out wide. Great running from McIntosh. 65 out, running around the back. Hayes. Robbie McKinlay was talking about how good a kicker he is. 10 out. And it was touched and it's gone through for one minor score. So 7 plays 4 here. The Hoppers up on the Steel Line scoreboard. We're going close to 16 for NZ. We'll go to you, Freaky.
Yeah, Ray White Rural netball update. 1 goal the difference, not long left in the game. Wangaratta 35, lead the Roos 34.
We can hear the noise from the netball court from our vantage point here, and there's a lot happening.
No, the Sirens just gone over there. Raiders have won by a goal, 35 to 34.
There we go, as Damon takes a terrific mark at half-back for the Wangaratta Rovers, who trail 4 to 7. Jack Penny, the only goal kicker of the game so far. Catapan has it, deep in defence. They push back Murray, handball over the top. So he got, not Catapan, it was Kieran Parnell. Parnell got it back, had 2 bounces. Parnell has 3 bounces, running down the wing. Thought about the fourth, sweeping handball. Archie Gardner closes. Justin Lewis for Rovers, got hold of it. Kick was half smothered. Chance here in by Garish, got it inside to McCartney. Good kick. Alex McCarthy marks 48 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, good play there from the Rovers. Sam Murray's up to 6 disposals in this first quarter. Lockie O'Brien's had 6 as well. Julian Hayes across the half-back line, leading disposal getter on the 40-wing stat sheet early. He's up to 8 disposals for the North Albury.
McCarthy will kick it from just inside forward 50. Melbourne end of the ground. Kick on the way. It sits up. It's close. Is it there? No. Ball stays in play. Picked up here by Osborne. Dished out a handball backwards. Snap on goal. And they've got it. It is a goal to Dylan Wilson, who read the play superbly. They kept it in. Gee, North Albury might pay for that one. Needed to get knocked through for the behind. And Dylan Wilson, a Sunjang goal of the day contender, Bob Jackson.
Yeah, he's one of those important players that needs to pop up and play a greater role. You know, Osborne was involved in that play as well, and also McCarthy. They're the 3 players that really need to step up for Rovers to get the job done today. They're so-called, not top-tier players. They need to really play a role today, and they did there in spades there, that passage of play. They were fantastic.
What a start to the prelim on O&M Live, 1494 2AY. Now what's happened here? So a free kick given to Tim Broomhead against Lockie McCartney. Bobby, not sure if you caught it.
No, I missed that, mate. I think McCarthy's taking him in the centre bounces.
Yeah, okay, and he goes very wide, Tim. Trying to pick up Leighton Taylor. Boyd. Well, that's one man you don't want to be playing on. Just dropped it as he approached McIntosh. Ball gets out the back to McCartney. Chips it over the top. Right out wide to O'Brien. Just adjacent to the wonderful scoreboard here at Birrelly Park. Look at that to Damon, who dropped it. Really had to reel it in. It's pretty simple. Lewis, right foot. They get an entry here. Alex McCarthy. Look at that for a mark. That is an absolute beauty. An elite body and paint Mark of the day, Bobby.
Yeah, there's times throughout the year where Alex McCarthy actually carried the forward line when Alma was going through that period where he had a lame leg. So he's quite capable of playing a major role in that forward line. And you've seen in the last minute or two, he's really impacted he's going to impact the scoreboard, hopefully with back-to-back goals.
Yeah, he's a dangerous matchup, Alex McCarthy. Here he comes, 35 out on a slide angle, netball caught in, and he slots it. He puts it through for the Rovers second. 16 plays 7 on the Steel Line scoreboard. The brown and gold lead. We'll go to you, Fricky, thanks to 40 Winks.
Yeah, they've just had repeat inside 50s in the last 5 minutes, up to 9 inside 50s in this first quarter, the Wangaratta Rovers, and just been able to get those last couple of goals in the game. Lockie O'Brien's got busy. He's up to 7 disposals. Sam Murray's up to 6. Sam Catapan in that forward half's had 5 as well. For the North Albury side of things, Julian Hayes up to 8 disposals. George Goody 7, and Tim Broomhead's had the 5 as well.
And Freaky, just repeating that A-grade netball final result.
Yeah, Wodonga Raiders have defeated the Corolla Glen Roos 35-34.
Okay, kick into half forward. Julian Hayes read that superbly for North Albury. Marked it at half back. Gets it across to Winter now. Now Winter's kick. Oh, he just misses Goody. Big turnover potentially here. Rovers run onto the footy. Great tackle by Broomhead. Call on, play on was a call. Sensible, clever tackle by George Goody will create a ball up. Slightly in attack for the Wangaratta Rovers. They lead 16-7. 20 minutes gone in the first quarter, and that's on the Steel Line scoreboard.
Ball up. Tight and close here. This one's going to be tied up again, and the umpire to take it. 16 plays 7. Again, good afternoon to you, or you're tuned in, watching the live stream, wherever you may be around Australia, or perhaps abroad. Free kick given away. Now this one is going to Foster Gardner on the fringe of the square.
No one on the mark.
Oh, that's it. Favouring the netball court end. Nice to Hanrahan. On their true half-forward flank here. Well, Damien got very close to touching that ball. High ball going in. Many hands to it. Knocked out the front. McIntosh brought down. He's got to be gone up. I said play on. Murphy tries to get one out by foot to Goody. On to Arch Gardner, who loads up, he fires away, and it's a goal. It's an absolute gem of a goal. A Sunjan goal of the day. Bobby, that was sensational.
Oh, the Gardner gang, they're really up and about today. They're really working hard both ends of the ground, and the young fellas just push hard into the forward 50 to present front and centre. And young Murphy kept that ball alive. He could have quite easily been caught with the ball, but he had one arm pinned and he got it away by foot. It was a fantastic train of thought and thought process through a tough situation for a young player, and the finish was exceptional. The finish was fantastic.
He's a star, this lad. We're talking to Dean Stone earlier on here today, and he mentioned him. He's identified him as just one of the guns of the league. Murray from the restart kicks it to half forward. Osborne, nice turn of speed. Handball over the top to O'Brien. If it sits for him, look out. Good work there in defence, say, by McIntosh. Another left foot up, and the Hoppers through Reynolds will see it out over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown in about 30 metres around for the Wangaratta Rovers goal. The Rovers lead 16-13. 22 minutes gone on the NZ clock.
Yeah, look at the crowd over there. Fantastic day to be at the footy. Here's Goody. Comes out the back to Isaac Campbell. Well, he's indecisive. He's got to go back to Goody. Gee, that was good support from the captain, George. Allison over the top with a fist. Will McCarthy. Left foot going to the goal square. Weaven out the back to Wiedemann. Oh, look at that free kick fighting McIntosh. On to Flingard. Now there's a race for it. And the ball's going to get out of bounds here. Just right of centre wing on the broadcast side. We'll go to you, Freaky, thanks to 40 Winks.
Yeah, George Goody, captain of North Albury, standing up in his first term. He's up to 10 disposals on the 40 Winks stat sheet.
It's a clever kick from young Flingard there, Bobby.
Oh, yeah.
You're just smart. But in our rules, we play here where there's no deliberate out of bounds, which
very
I
good
love.
kick. Very
Gaston
good kick.
taps it. Murray will be there as Philo. Oh, look at that from Brody. Handball over the top to Murray. Murray's kick's going to be good. It is that. Found Gerish. Hayes momentarily held him up. Jack plays on. Spotted Gatto. He marks 60 out. Played on. Good pressure from Hanrahan. Forces a bit of an error from the big Frenchman, and it will be thrown back in there. Half forward, 35 around from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. Bobby Jackson, what do you got for us?
I just think the position where Jack Gerish was in at that point where he had the footy, I don't think the coach would have wanted him to kick to a flank to a ruckman.
Approaching quarter time here. Catapan's got it. Handballs over the top. Gets Finn Osborne and they head across the chalk. So 35 around from goal.
In all seriousness, where Jack was at the point of the ground, he needed to get the ball 15, 20 metres out, dead set in front, and really put some pressure on the North Albury defence.
Damon and Hanrahan. Reynolds. Jack. Ends up with another Jack. Jack Gerish. 55 out. And what's he going to do with the Sharon here? He just lobs it up to the hot spot. Let's have a look. Hands go up. Wiedemann. A second attempt. And that's Sharon. Catapan had a crack at it. What's the umpire said? He's given away a free kick, and it's going to North Albury.
Archie Gardner.
Yeah, you're right, Robbie. So he's got it in the Fullero boots in the back pocket here on the broadcast side.
Kick. Good, he did well. He got it on the second bite. He was under a lot of pressure from Ed Damon, and George looks up at him. He says, "You big, you know what?" George chips it across the ground. 24 minutes have ticked over here on the NZ time clock. And it is Wang Rovers leading by 13 points as Broomhead plays on from the last line of defence. He finds Jack Penny. Penny goes laterally to Wiedemann. So it's on the netball flank, back pocket area if you're familiar with Birrelea Park. And now Wiedemann comes across the ground. There's a chance here for Flynn Gardner. He's got Archie Gardner, one of his brothers. And now he looks at him. That's just brotherly love there. Spots him. Archie goes short and he finds Nathan Dennis. Almost on centre wing. Interchange bench side. He gives up ground. He goes backwards all the way back to Flynn Gardner. And Flynn Gardner, halfback, chips, and he finds Jack Reynolds, who takes it on the chest. Lukey Francis, he goes short and he finds Archie Gardner. They're building nicely here as Gardner goes forward.
He does, Archie, inside 50, Emerald Avenue end, straight into the hands of Charles Ledger, who started this game so well. That's okay. Picks up Parnell. 25 out from goal at the Emerald Avenue end. They're in defence at the moment to O'Brien. So we're working up towards a quarter-time break. The siren will go any second. 13. Yeah, and there it is.
Not bad.
So we'll have a look at the Steel Line scoreboard at quarter-time. It is the Wang Rovers, 2-4-16, leading North Albury by 3 points, 2-1-13. What an opening term in the prelim final for 2024 in the O&M. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
A.T. Jones, your local Davey special.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The rumours are true. We're heading to the Riverina. That's right, 5th quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to 5th quarter camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Over the North Albury Hoppers to 1-13. The opening goal went to Jack Penny of the prelim. The next two came from the Rovers through Dylan Wilson, Alex McCarthy. And then the final goal was to Arch Garner from the Hoppers. Rightio, Fricky will get out quarters best. Thanks to McRae Motors.
Yeah, we start with the Wangaratta Rovers side of things. As the coach in the middle of the ground, Sam Murray, I thought was outstanding in that first quarter. Another fella, as we touched on in that first term, Charles Ledger, I thought he did some really nice things across the half-back line for the Rovers. And on the North Albury side of things, I thought the captain, George Goody, really stood up for his team in that first term. And Jack Penny has been involved in a lot of the play for the Hoppers throughout that first term. If we have a look at the 40-wing stat sheet, 12 inside 50s for Wangaratta Rovers in the first quarter, 10 for North Albury. A couple of marks for Rovers inside that forward 50, one for the Hoppers. If we have a look at the possession getters, 8 disposals each for Lockie O'Brien and Sam Murray, 6 for Sam Catapan. Our leading disposal getter on our stat sheet so far, George Goody, up to the 11 disposals. Julian Hayes has had the 9 touches himself.
Super work, Brad Freak. Rightio, down to ground level, and let's catch up with Bobby Jackson. Who you got, Bobby?
Yeah, I've got North Albury assistant coach or bench hand Oscar Ramsey here, mate. What was the message from Timmy at quarter time?
Keep playing our brand. Obviously, they bought the heat and are trying to do a few things with it. And they're a good side, but we've got to keep lowering our eyes, keep using our footy, keep doing everything that we've done that's got us into this position. Let's not go to plan Z. They bought it early, but I think so have we, and we're on top in a couple of key stats, so we just got to keep going 4 quarters of it, mate.
Thanks, Oscar. Well done. Yeah, so that was the matchups we spoke about at the start of the game. Philo and Murray going toe-to-toe. Young Taylor's got the job on Boyd down back for the North Albury Hoppers, and also the matchup in the middle, Pennies has gone to Philo. So there's your matchups that we spoke about throughout that quarter, just confirmed by the quarter-time breaks here, boys. But she's nice and warm out the middle, and the footy's nice and hot as well. And this is what you want prelim final day. And you boys are calling the ears off it.
Well done, Bobby. Yeah, you're right about that. Players aren't getting much time out there, Robbie, are they?
Yeah,
you know it's a prelim.
Yeah, been really well umpired too. I've really enjoyed it. I reckon they've just got that right balance. And McCartney's trying to go to a broomhead all the time, and George Goody, the captain he is and the leader, he's just getting in his face all the time. Said, "No, mate, I'm with you."
The second term is for Jaco Albury Wodonga. Here is Robbie McKinlay.
Good on you, Lukey. And that is George Goody. Gets the first clearance, kicks it, beautiful vision. He spots up Murphy. He had the ball knocked out of his hands.
Just a quick one there, Robbie. That was a set move with young Gardner, absolutely screaming off the square at half forward. There was a set move with the ruckman to hit it forward, and it went straight into his hands and handballed it off to Georgie Good. And he's got a good entry, a good clean entry inside 50, and that's something that the North Albury Operas weren't getting in that first quarter. As Freaky said at quarter time, they just went plenty, but not quality.
So Murphy's kick, if you're home on the radio and you're tuning in, is from just on the 50. He might kick it from inside 50. about 15 metres in from the boundary. Good for the right footer, which he is. He's kicking to the Melbourne end. Murphy comes in, kick on the way. Distance is fantastic. Accuracy magnificent. Josh Murphy nails a Sunjan goal of the day contender. The Hoppers get the first goal of the second term and they hit the front here at Birrelly Park.
Oh, yes, young man. That was a fantastic finish to a perfect start for the quarter for the North Albury Hoppers. A set move in the middle that worked to a tee. The entry was perfect, and the big fella, the young man, just delivered on the big stage. He's a superstar waiting to happen, that young fella. That was a fantastic finish.
George Goody just continuing on his form from that first quarter. One touch already up to 12 for the game inside the first minute of the second quarter.
Yeah, North Albury's whiz kid was pretty quiet last week versus the Maggies. And now he is up and about. That's a real booster shot of confidence for him. Here's Goody. Out wide to Campbell. Now they're going inside 50 again. Where is he this time? Oh, big fist away from Parnell. Great work to Will Nolan. Tumbling ball. Here we go. Here's Arch Gardner. He levels up. Beautiful football into Nathan Dennis, who couldn't take the mark. Now he's going to go at it again. Left foot. He's got it. Nathan's kicked it. So he couldn't take the mark. He mocked it up though and put it through. All's well that ends well, Bobby.
Yeah, they just brought the energy. The Gardner gang, they're at it again. They're like the Kelly gang back in the day. They're robbing the ball. The ball that was coming outside their Rovers 50 with a nice switch, and there was ready to rebound with O'Brien, but he just cut across young Archer. He's a superstar, and composure. He could have had a shot at goal, but he passed it off to Dennis and didn't take the mark, but finished like a true forward. So, geez, they're up and about the Hoppers. This is exciting. This is so good footy. It's great footy, boys. Great footy.
He made work of it, didn't he,
yeah.
Nathan?
Yeah.
He got there in the end, though. He got there in the end. Did Doggy Dennis. Dogger, as they call him. Here's Philo. Tackled by Jack Penny. Brought to ground. Garish got it. No, Penny's going to win the free kick. Well, that was fantastic. Elite body and paint player of the day from Jack Penny. Now he's found Julian Hayes. True centre wing. Emerald Oval side of the ground. Kick from Hayes finds Murphy. Murphy, 75 out from goal, same pocket. He goes short and he finds Jack Reynolds. Not sure if Jack's got the journey. Here's a chance for Murphy. Came back. Murphy from 50. Goes long. Goes strong. Go! Hey! Oh, Murphy's turning it on here. The Hoppers get free in 3 minutes to start the second quarter. Sensational stuff from the Hoppers. And the margin has stretched out now to 15 points.
Go, young man, go. Josh Murphy has arrived, boys. He's arrived on the big stage here in prelim final time. That was a fantastic finish. Jackie Reynolds just was calm, cool and collected and let it unfold in front of him, and Joshy Murphy just rolled around the back, and everyone knew what was going to happen. It was just a magnificent finish. Good stuff, young man.
3 inside 50s on the 40-wing stat sheet for 3 goals to start this second quarter for North Albury.
Josh Murphy has just ignited the prelim final at Birrelly Park in Wodonga. Here's Philo with a high ball going towards the arc. Hayes got a fist to it. Ramage trying to pick it up. Caterpillar, nice work. And he'll receive it back. Caught one around the chops. They play on the Rovers very quickly. Ball to the top of the goal square, bouncing. Arch Gardner after it. Came out the back. Here's Alex Marclue. Chips it over. Great vision. Smart footy and picks up McCartney.
Yeah, he's part of that merry-go-round. He's trying to get the Broomhead. Broomhead's trying to get the Murray. So someone's going to win out in that little threesome there. So, and I think McCartney there just found some space where Broomhead sort of took his eye off both of them to a certain degree, I suppose. And he's going to have a shot at goal here, 45 degrees, and I think he's about 35 metres out. So, yeah, nice calm head there by Elmer. He's a very team-orientated forward, and that was a great pass.
This to break the run of 4 straight goals for the Hoppers. Lockie McCartney. 40 out to the Emerald Avenue end. In he comes. That is absolutely beautiful. A terrific strike of a Sharon. Well done, Lockie McCartney. Freaky, what do you got for us? Thanks to 40 Wicks.
Yeah, if you can get it inside forward 50 in the second quarter, you're basically kicking a goal. North Albury's had 3 inside 50s for 3 goals. Rovers have gone inside once for 1 goal. And there's a little bit going on down there between Shane Gaston and one of the North Albury players, Caden Winter. Looked like he was had him around the neck there. He's given away a free kick, which probably should be in the middle of the ground, which it is.
Yep. Good spot up, Freaky. Not only smashing on the stats, but just keeping an eye on proceedings as he's using that pen. So if Hanrahan's got it. Jack Reynolds was off to the races, Jack. I reckon he's seen a few Murrumbidgee Turf Club events there, but he was off. Now Hayes this time was the recipient of the handball. Murphy lurks from behind, followed by Ledger, and Ledger thumped it to Isaac Campbell, who's spun around and has been spun over the boundary line, 70 metres around for the North Albury goal. They lead by 9 points. Second quarter action for Jaco Albury-Wodonga. It's a cracking game, Luke Francis.
It is, Robbie, yeah, it is. Fantastic matchup. Hanrahan over the top. Here's Gerish. Short one to Filer, who just fumbled. Receives it back. Out wide to O'Brien, so favouring the broadcast side. Now, what's he going to do with this, Lockie? Really is not sure at the moment. A great delivery. Finding Finn Osborne. Now, Finn, he's got a free man, and that's Lockie McCartney. No one within cool of him. Caden Winters now manning the mark. Here he goes, Lockie. Short borders, pops it up. Nice work from Ramage. He's had a great start of the prelim. Lewis down low. Broomhead's there also. Fighting away for it. Campbell to Hanrahan. And then a long driving kick out. Ledger just sitting back there waiting. Gets one out wide to Jack Gerish.
Yeah, Gerish, he's a fair way from home. Oh, he got around Campbell and he took a bounce from 60. Jack squares it up. Murray, no, can't. Good defensive work there by the Hoppers. McIntosh with courage, put his head over the footy, charged through, got knocked over. Here's a chance now again. Sitting off the ball there was Winter. Now Dennis for North Albury. Hurried handball, couldn't find anyone. They might pick up a free kick here. That's a big play. Big play in the game here. It's Isaac Campbell at half back on that left foot. Kicks a good one. Finds Jack Reynolds right underneath this massive electronic scoreboard here at Birreley Park. Shows the Hoppers leading by 9 points. Reynolds played on, looking for Minogue. Ball was knocked away from him. Here's Gus Gardner. And the Rovers defence swarms. They knock it out of bounds. Centre wing, Emerald Oval side of the ground. We've gone almost 8 minutes on the NZ time clock. And it is a 9-point lead to North Albury.
What's the latest down there, Bobby? Thanks to the new market.
I think they've just, North Albury just got to work out this little tricycle they've got going with Tim Broomhead, Sam Murray and Lockie McCartney. They just need to work that out, otherwise it could backfire them. They need to find another player to play in that little merry-go-round they've got going on.
Wilson kicked a great goal in the opening term. Tries to find Mark Clue. Wiedemann came in with a hand. Ball comes out. Loose ball now. Mark Clue tapped it on beautifully. Nice work. And the Rovers pick up one. Yeah, they get one through Finn Osborne. So they hit back.
4 inside 50s now for Wangaratta Rovers in this second quarter. They're going to kick a couple of goals. 2 touches to Brody Philo and Jack Gerish in this second term. And for the North Albury side of things, Julian Hayes has had 2 disposals. Archie Gardner and George Goody as well.
It's just got that roller coaster feel about it today, hasn't it, fellas?
Yeah.
You know, North Albury had the run of play for the first 4 minutes, then it settled for a minute. Now Rovers are in the middle of a little surge as well, so we might be in for a real stressful day today, fellas, as callers. We just got to ride those emotions as best we possibly can and just hang on, boys, hang on.
Yeah, we've had 5 goals kicked in literally the first 9 minutes of this second term. Here's Goody, another possession out of the middle. It was half smothered. They got numbers. Will McCarthy found a little bit of room. Worked nicely there with Allison. Allison's inboard kick was okay to Dylan Wilson. Wilson marks, centre wing. He'll go short. He'll find Philo. Philo can load up. He's a thumping kick of the footy. He goes wide. Gee, that's a good kick too. Could Goody track it? And he can't. And they've got it marked there by Will McCarthy, who's really starting to come into it now. Catapan goes short. Targets Murray. Sammy Murray marks. 45 out, very tight angle, and he'll go back and have a crack for me, I reckon, Bob.
He's certainly on the left side. What's happened here is they've just mixed up their rotations. Big Shane Gaston's gone off, and Sam's resting forward while Big Ed Damon's in the middle. So that's a matchup that Harry Weaven's got his hands full there when Sam Murray goes forward. He's very quick and very sticky fingers, and this is it's probably not its spot for North Albury. A left footer on the boundary, but he's a quality player, this fella.
He'll kick from just inside the 50-metre arc, very tied to the boundary line. Sam Murray wheels around. He's got the journey. He's got the accuracy too. Sam Murray delivers a leader's goal from a very tight angle. A Sunjan goal of the day contender, and the Rovers are back in front. What a game of footy. Hoppers started with the first 3 goals, and Rovers have answered with 3 themselves. This is good stuff. We've only gone 10 minutes into the second quarter for Jaco Albury-Wodonga.
Get your seatbelts on, boys. It's a roller coaster. We get them in for a day here. This is fantastic. If this is going to go like this for the rest of the day, boys, this is going to be an absolute classic.
Yeah, it's as good as Ovens and Murray football gets. Birrelly Park in Wodonga on a Sunday afternoon. 3 points in it. Both teams a step away from a grand final. Back in the centre. Hanrahan over the top. Damon coming at it. Foster Gardner meets him, reefs the ball out. Here's Catapan, pops it over the top. Parnell, smothered by Goody. Here's Cody Gardner on to Goody. Hurriedly ends up with Leighton Taylor.
Unbelievable, George Goody.
I don't know if he meant it actually, but anyway, it's turned out all right, Bobby.
Yeah, Georgie Good was caught on a Maxi Walker type kick. He was caught off the wrong footing, but he made it work. And he's just all heart, Georgie. And he's leading his team and he's pushing. There's going to be no petrol in the tank when George has finished today. That was fantastic leadership and
smother.
Yep, beautiful.
Creative player, this guy, Leighton Taylor. He'll strike the footy from just inside 50. Netball caught in, pops it up, very relaxed approach. As it got there, it has. The Hoppers get another, and they regain the lead. So 37-34 on the CMB Truck and Bar scoreboard. Emma gone 12, second term, thanks to NZ.
North Albury have only gone inside forward 50 4 times in the second quarter, but they've been able to kick 4 goals on the 40-wing stats sheet. They had the first 3 of the term. Rovers were able to respond and get the next 5, and North Albury just gone back inside forward 50 there. Just to touch on George Goody as well, he's up to 15 disposals, our leading disposal getter on the 40-wing stats sheet, as you guys touched on there, leading from the front for the Hoppers today.
So many efforts, and all started with that smother. And that's you just show that clip, that's George Goody. Nothing flash, but just does everything right. He is the heart and soul. Here's Winter. Been a little bit quieter today so far, Caden.
Just a quick one, Robbie.
Go for it, man.
Rovers are playing small ball in their forward 50. So Rovers, North Albury had to make a change and brought Harry Weaven off to get the matchups right down forward. So they're playing a quicker forward 50. So we'll see how that works for them.
They're going to pick up a free kick here, the Rovers, against George Goody on this occasion. Will McCarthy has really come into the game in this second quarter.
Class play, this kid.
Well, good work there by Archie Gardner, not allowing Sam Murray to run off. Now, handball goes back to Parnell. Parnell's kick's a good one. Finds McCartney on the far side, and Parnell followed up Lukey Francis, and he's going to mark true centre wing. North Albury lead 37-34, 13 minutes gone on the NZ time clock, second quarter action.
Ledger with possession. They bring it right back here, so they lost a little ground here, the Rovers, but they retain possession. Big switch on, it's got to get to Boyd. It was just in time. Archie Gardner was coming in like a steam train. This way to Sammy Murray, the general. Now he's asking for someone to lead at him. It's Sam Catapan. Oh, nice mark. Caden Winner just slipped at a crucial stage. Chuaf back flanked the Rovers. They trail by 3 points on the CMB Truck and Bar scoreboard. They've got 14 for NZ. Second term in the prelim. Allison over the top to Philo. Gets around Goody. Now watch this bloke's kicking skills. He just thumps it. Inside 50, Emerald Avenue end, or just outside the arc now. Ball at bootlace level. Big Ed Damon. Look at him. Ramage has got him. Umpire happy to take it. We're going to get a stoppage, Freaky.
Yeah, 5 inside 50s to 4 in favour of the Wangaratta Rovers in this second quarter. 4 disposals for Brody Philo as well.
Winter from the clearance, kicks it to centre wing. Minogue from behind, good fist, McQuaid. Will Nolan runs onto it, and it's going to be knocked out of the boundary line by Dennis. Right in front of you, Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket Hotel. You must be almost feeling that ball.
Did you hear the sound of the ball hitting Brody Philo's foot just then? Oh, my Lord.
Crisp.
It's like a crisp cover drive if you've ever heard a good one, Robbie.
Yeah, seen a few. Knocked away now. Here's Winter. Clever handball inside to Archie Gardner onto McIntosh. Back to Archie Gardner, kick inside forward 50, ball comes to ground. That's what the Hoppers want. A spin from Gus Gardner onto Jack Penny. Shot on goal. You can hear the groans from the Hopper supporters. It's out of bounds on the full. Wowee. We've gone 15 minutes second quarter for Jaco Albury-Wodonga. 6-1-37 North Albury, 5-4-34 the Wangaratta Rovers. A cracking game of football.
Oh, yeah.
You're going to need some more Red Bulls, Lukey? You're going to need some
that's it, Bobby. How many more gears have these teams got?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
Hey?
God help us if they have.
Well, that's it. Boyd gets up high. Ball at ground level. Leighton Taylor got spun around. Minogue, short one to Hayes. Here we go. Loads up. In it goes to the top of the goal square. Dennis in a race with Parnell. Chalk beats them. Out of bounds in the pocket. Netball court end on the far side, Brad Freak.
Yeah, 6 inside 50s now for North Albury. 4 disposals for Archie Gardner and George Goody in the second term for the Hoppers. 4 for Brody Philo, Sam Murray and Sam Catavan for the Rovers.
Just keep an eye on Archie Gardner at the back of this boundary throw in. He's in a very dangerous situation here. Gaston won the tap. He hit it towards the boundary line, which is Parnell tracking it. And Cody Gardner sort of escorts him out over the boundary line. And it'll be another boundary throw in the netball pocket. The Raiders beating Cora Rutherglen by 2 goals around about half an hour ago. They'll progress into the grand final. The Raiders to take on Yarrawonga. Minogue with the tap. Penny overran it. Clever by Dennis. Got a handball back. Archie Gardner outside of the boot. Went on the inside of the boot. It's gone out of bounds on the full. So Catapan will bring it back in. Lukey Francis for McRae Motors.
He will, Robbie. So still this 3-point lead to the North Albury Football Club. 6-1. Plays 5-4. Thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. Ledger out of defence. Penny through his hands up against Williamson. Ball's gone out of bounds. So O&M Live 1494 2AY 1566 3&E. Again, good afternoon to you wherever you may be tuned in around Australia, or if you're watching overseas in a live stream. And hello to you in Yarrawonga. The Pigeons waiting to see who they'll face in next Sunday's grand final. And we'll have a stoppage, Freaky.
Yeah, they will. 5 inside 50s for Rovers in this second quarter. 5 disposals for Sam Catapan as well. He looks like he's moved around the footy, where he's in the forward half in the first quarter.
Nothing in this one. It is just 50-50 game. No, Penny, clever, off the ground, leading the race. The ball, Taylor from behind. Boyd was good. Handball over the top to Catapan. Look away handball to Murray, who's been worked over the boundary line, and he didn't like it, Sammy, and he gave Caden Winner just a little bit of a clip. Nothing malice, no malice in it. Just a little reminder. It's all good boundary throwing, good boundary umpiring. Got the ball going. Now here's a chance for Flynn Gardner. Always puts his head over the footy. He couldn't control it though. Justin Lewis pinched it. Here's a chance for Mark Lou. He's lurking. Ball won't fall his way. Now he kicks it off the ground. Stewie Booth, Jack Reynolds, foot race. Booth kicked it off the ground again. Reynolds went back and tackled him. They've got numbers back. Polkinghorn was good. Head over the footy. Great work by Campbell. Got a handball release to Hayes. Julian Hayes' kick. It's found Shagger Nolan at centre wing. Nolan turns the ball back over. Inside forward 50. Half volley missed by McCarthy. Jacko would have hit it for 4 and it'll be balled up now. 55 out from Gold. Hoppers lead by 3 points. 18.5 gone. Second term on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Jeez, boys, I'm going to need a cigarette at half time. How quick? How full on's this? Oh, my Lord.
Gaston, big sweeping one over the top. And now this ball has just crept inside the 50, the Emerald Avenue end. And again, we'll have another stoppage.
You almost need to just pause the game for a while and exchange prisoners and then just get back into it.
Oh, yeah. Brown and gold up against the green and gold. Ball comes out the side. Campbell picks it up, shoots a hand pass to Arch Gardner. And he ducks around Sammy Murray. Handballs over the top to Dennis, back to Campbell. Oh, look at that. Now that is a silo kick. Right up in the air. Back down it comes. McCartney. And he's taken in a tackle, claimed in the umpire. We'll take it again, Brad Freak.
Yeah, 6 disposals for Archie Gardner in this second term. Takes him up to 12 for the game. His leg speed's really starting to come into it in this second term.
Jack Garish all on his own towards the middle of the ground here. I think Foster Gardner's just coming back towards him now. That had trouble written all over it. You don't want to get in his hands. So the ball is still stuck on the half-forward flank. So in half-forward and centre wing for the Wang Rovers. Emerald side of the oval side of the ground. Philo's handball was not able to produce any magic. And it's been knocked out over the boundary line. In front of that massive big scoreboard, that's the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard here. And it shows North Albury 37, leading the Rovers 34. And on the NZ time clock, Luke Francis, we've gone 20 minutes.
Yeah, Robbie, we've just hit a flat spot here in the second term, haven't we?
I think we all needed this.
Oh, that's it. Needed a breather.
I've nearly fished my cigarette.
Butted out.
Ball bouncing. Oh, gee, ends up in the hands of King. Now look at the Hoppers here. Reynolds right foot. Now Foster Garner's got some room here if he can run onto it. Gets it now. Now he's got to take on board. Gets around Nolan. Nice. To the half-forward line. Good move. Brilliant from Will McCarthy. That was sensational from the young man.
Yeah, elite body and paint marker of the day, Lukey, no doubt about that. And he's just chipped it sideways to Boyd, and he kicks it to Jack Gerrish. McCarthy comes off for a well-earned rest. O'Brien back on the ground. Gerrish punts it to half forward. Flynn Gardner's spoil was good. Lockie O'Brien couldn't trap it, couldn't control it. He goes back for another go. Here's Lewis, inside handball O'Brien. Hayes was there, got it to Reynolds. Reynolds got it to Goody. Now got it back to Weaven. Weaven, hurry kick centre wing. Murphy! Josh Murphy fires high on centre wing, plays on straight away. Kick's going to be good, and he finds Dennis at between wing and half forward. North Albury lead by 3 points. 21 and a half gone second quarter.
Good hands from Dennis. Hits Josh Minogue.
Is this Minogue's first kick, do you reckon, for the game?
Be close to it.
Yeah.
75 out. So Rovers have had time to get back and really stack up their defence. Now Josh, he goes with a centering kick here. Good mark. That was nice from Boyd. Got up high. Good clutch on Sharon. Goes out wide to Allison. So they want to shoot it out the outer side here. Right up the line, trying to find Alex Marklew. Wiedemann. Good win. Booth goes in now, trying to scoop up the Sharon. And was able to paddle it. Keep control of it. Nice work. Up the line here. Here's Hayes. He has front spot up against Wilson. Ball finds a chalk. Still that 3-point lead to the Hoppers. 6-1-37. Leads 5-4-34 over the Wang Rovers thanks to CMV Truck and Bus. And we're gone 22 and a half thanks to NZ. We're in the second term.
Yeah, they got caught out there, didn't they, with Murphy and Minogue both way up the ground. They really had no one to kick to in that deep forward entry. Bobby, yeah, I think they've got to find a way of... I see Minogue's gone back deep now, but they've got to have one of those tall boys back, I reckon, deep.
Yeah, they're just not quite on the same page the last couple of entries, and as Freaky said, that they're quite efficient going inside 50, and that's because they're getting fast ball inside. So, but when the ball's just going into, I'll leave you to it.
Damon, a good tap to Philo, who punted into half forward, and the Rovers are going to have a set shot.
Yeah, just
25 out.
Just when it's a little bit unstructured, they're struggling to be on the same page. But as you can see there from a stoppage, the Rovers had a nice little setup there where there was a bit of space for the forwards to lead into. So I just think the two keys for North Albury just got to get on the same page. So
Justin Lewis has a chance to put the Rovers back in front. Comes in, kick on the way, he's pushed it right. And he's missed his opportunity. 5-5-35, the Wangaratta Rovers. North Albury 6-1-37, a 2-point lead. We're doing it for Jaco Aubrey-Wodonga. And for McRae Motors, here's Luke Francis.
Very good, Rowie. Freaky. We'll go to our inside 50s thanks to 40 Winks.
Yeah, in this second term, 8 for North Albury and 8 for Wangaratta Rovers as well. So both teams have had an equal opportunity, and they've really taken their opportunities in this second term.
And marks inside the arc?
Yeah, 3 for the Rovers, 2 for North Albury.
Geez, you're like Tony Barber.
Yeah, big tone, eh?
Chucking some he was good, wasn't he? Sailed the century.
Yeah, cartwheel, come out with a cartwheel or
Yeah,
something
he was
like
a
that.
charismatic character, wasn't he?
That's right. Yeah, big
Carlin
tone.
supporter.
Good on him.
The Mad Minute, what was at the end of it?
Yeah.
Something like that. Here's Catapan. Gone. Right in front of the green and gold on the hill.
They were happy.
Eh? That's right. Hanrahan retreats back to Ramage. He's had a fantastic season for the Hoppers. Been so good. Just gets his kick away in the nick of time. McCartney came over the top. Murphy, nice hands to Goody. Here they go. They're on the run now. Winter, short ball to Broomhead. Now, he's got Reynolds on for him. Here goes Jack. Takes the mark. Plays on. This would be a wonderful goal. One of the goals of the year, and he misses. He misses. It wasn't an easy kick.
No.
Did he have time to settle, Bobby?
Yeah, I think he just needed a little bit of composure there, the Mara flyer. He just needed to slow down a little bit and probably straighten up a little bit, Robbie, and kick a proper drop punt there. He had a lot more space than what he thought he had. So that was great play, fast-moving footy, and the pace is breakneck when the ball's moving, boys.
Beautifully weighted kick from Timmy Broomhead. Just if they can get a little bit more impact from Broomhead. Allison's kick, that's a clever one. And it's marked by Sam Murray, very low to the ground. In front of George Goody. Kick's going to be good. It is. Certainly the perfect, to be honest. Marked by Damon. He played on. He got through the tackle of Hanrahan. Kicks it to Mark Clue. Now that McCartney's all on his own, if he spots him on his left, he hasn't seen him. Now he goes short. Gatto's there and marks on the chest. The big Frenchman marks 45 out directly in front. And he's just orchestrating where the mark should be. He's run up. And he's got form in front of goals this year, Bob. He's going to have a crack.
I was with you, Robbie. I thought they butchered that there with McCartney. I had my eyes on him all the way, and obviously he had better view and had the centre of the ground all to himself, and he saw a leading lane where the big Frenchman. He's got goal kicking form, the big fella, so I'm going to back him in here. It's a very important kick in the context of the game.
Massive kick.
Just before half-time.
It would put him in front. He's been on a high all year with the Olympics. Big Gatto back in the homeland in France. In Gay Paris. A chance to put the Rovers in front. Gassot's not a great kick. It's a helicopter job. It falls short. Reynolds gathers the crumbs. Jack's got a bit of room to move. He just kicks it as far as he can. Foster Gardner flew high. Couldn't mark it, but he knocked it out over the boundary line, and it'll be thrown back in 60 around from the Wangaratta Rovers goal. North Albury lead by 3 points. Almost 27 minutes gone on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard.
Yeah, not far out from a long break. The halftime show will be for Elders Rural. Here's Ledger off his shins. Williamson misses Sam Murray with the handball, and it's gone out of bounds. Now Sammy Murray and Foster Gardner. It's okay.
Hey, Robbie, there's
a
bit of Pepe Le Pew about Gatto's kick, wasn't there?
It was a bit of a stinker.
Stinker.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, I'm funny.
You are back into play.
We'll tell you.
Damon. McCartney goes in. Umpire to take it again as the wind gets up here at Birrelly Park. Freaky, what's your best thanks to 40 weeks?
Yeah, Tim Broomhead's only had the 2 disposals in the second quarter here. As Robbie said before, probably needs to get a little bit more impact in the game.
Murray, he might impact it here through traffic. Handball was good to McCarthy. Got it back on to Osborne. Osborne back to Lockie O'Brien. He's dropped that. He's dropped it. Gee, that was a good tackle.
There's your impact.
Julian Hayes, was it? No.
Timmy Broomhead.
It was Timmy Broomhead. Last line of defence. That's your impact, all right, Bob.
He heard Freaky and said, jam this, Freaky.
Cop that one, Freaky. Now Timmy, he kicks it down the line. From behind, Hanrahan flies high. It's a good mark taken by Eddie Damon. Between half forward and centre wing for the Rovers, and he'll wind up Lukey. He won't have to wind it up anymore because the half-time siren bellows out across a packed Birrelly Park. Scoreboard shows North Albury 6-2-38 lead the Wangaratta Rovers 5-5-35, and that is a 3-point lead. We'll take a break, and when we come back we're going to have the Elders Rural halftime break. We're on O&M Live, and when you're on O&M Live you won't miss a thing.
Fridge broken. What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services, maybe caring for animals through veterinary science. With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
rumours are true, we're heading to the Riverina. That's right, fifth quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to Fifth Quarter Camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Yes, welcome back to Birrelea Park in the massive preliminary final between the Wangaratta Rovers and the North Albury Hoppers, and at half-time it is North Albury with a 3-point lead, 6-2-38 to 5-5-35. Got Bobby Jackson next to me here. What a first half we've seen, mate.
Well, yeah, it was absolutely breakneck there, that first 13, 14 minutes of that second quarter, where it really lifted about 3 or 4 notches, and the boys said in their call, how many more gears they got to go? Well, I think it just petered out towards the second half of that quarter, where we didn't see a goal kicked in the last 15 minutes of that quarter. So I think they had a lot of petrol to burn in that first little bit of the second quarter, and we saw in the second quarter, second part of that quarter, that they struggled to put some scores on the board. But very, very impressive with the way the ball's been moving when it's been out in the space, and players prepared to take risks. You had the Garden Gang and Georgie Good through the middle there. They're prepared to take risks, and when they take risks, they give themselves opportunity. And you said the inside count for North Albury in that second quarter was very minimal. Every time they went in there, I think their first 4 times they went in there, they scored goals. So I think the quality of the inside 50s was particularly better in that second quarter for North Albury, whereas Wang Rovers, I think a lot of the play, in hindsight, was played between the arcs, which indicated the scores towards the back end of the quarter. So yeah, it was it's good. That's what you want in the prelim. You want everything on the line, and the tension down there on the boundary. You just went out of the box there for a second there. It's pretty tense there for both sides of supporters and both teams. So whoever's got the calmest heart rate, might come away with the win at the end.
Well, it's a halftime show for Elders Raw. Yeah, as you say there, Bobby, both teams getting into a bit of a pause as they come off. If we have a look at the 40-wing stat sheet for that first half, as you touched on there, 9 inside 50s for North Albury in that second quarter. They've had the 19 for the game, but as you rightfully touched on, they had their first 4 inside 50s all resulted in goals. 2 to Josh Murphy as well, who was electric in that first 5 minutes of the second quarter. Wangaratta Rovers had the 10 inside 50s, took the 4 marks inside there as well. If we have a look at the possession getters on the 40-wing stat sheet, George Goody's leading disposal getter. He's up to 17 disposals. I think he's been nearly the best player on the ground, yes. Bobby. I think his leadership, his heart and soul, the smother that he led into, a quick kick forward to set up a goal as well. Just the little things he's doing. He's not the cleanest, the most pure footballer out there, but I think across both sides, there's a fair argument he's probably going to give you more heart than anybody else.
Well, that's exactly right. Now, he's ridden the highs and the lows of the North Albury Footy Club for a long time, and you can see he's putting everything on the line, and by the end of the day, he's going to know he's played a game of football, and his leadership's outstanding out there at the moment. his effort and energy and output hasn't wavered right from the first siren, and you can probably say the same for Sam Murray. He's really leading from the front for the Wangaratta Rovers as well. Like he's trying his hardest when the ball's not in their court, so to speak, and when they're up and running and flying, he's making sure that he's at the pointy end when they've got the ball as well. So the leaders are stepping up when they needed to, and that's what they're leaders, mate. That's what they're paid to do. They're paid to be influential when it's not time to be, and influential when it's really up and running and getting his teammates involved.
Well, as you say, Sam Murray is the lead disposal getter on the 40-wing stat sheet for the Wangaratta Rovers. He's had the 14 in the first half. Sam Catapan, he's had the 13 as well in that first half, 12 to Brody Filo. For North Albury, Julian Hayes, he's had the 13, and Archie Gardner, who I think his leg speed later in that second quarter, and particularly in the second half of the first quarter, really came into it and was able to break some lines and be able to become a really dynamic player. And just I think his leg speed, the further this game goes on, is going to be a difference maker could potentially be a difference maker for North Albury. There is the weapons for the Rovers to be able to follow him throughout the game. If we just have a quick look at the goal kickers, we'll start with the North Albury. Josh Murphy has kicked 2, Archie Gardner 1, Leighton Taylor 1, Jack Penny 1, and Nathan Dennis. All singles for the Wangaratta Rovers. Dylan Wilson, Sam Murray, Finn Osborne, Alex McCarthy, and Lockie McCartney as well. Probably one thing that the North Albury Hoppers would like, Timmy Broomhead probably get a little bit more involved in the game. He had the 6 disposals in the first quarter, only 3 in that second term. They probably need to get his influence in around the footy a little bit more in that second half.
Yeah, you're dead right there. And I think I commented there through that second quarter. He got caught up in a little bit of a merry-go-round where he was getting tagged by Lockie McCartney, and he was trying to get to Sam Murray himself, and he got a little bit. Well, I'm not saying he got confused. I think he was trying to play $1 each way, and I think he lost the bet. So he just needs to make a decision which way he goes, and gets another North Albury player to be involved or be dangerous going the other way. So if Lockie McCartney's been dangerous going the other way, playing off that setup, well, there's got to be a North Albury player free as well. So they've just got to sort that out, and I think they did in that second part of that quarter where the Lockie McCartney didn't have too much of an influence when the Rovers had the ball. So I just think you're right though. He needs to be influential, and he only needs to have 10 touches in the second half to really be influential on the scoreboard and have an effect on the game.
One man that I think really needs to have a bit more of an impact on the game. It's great that North Albury can be up without Josh Minogue really having a lot of the football. The defensive work that the Rovers have been able to play on him in their back half has been first class. They've really nullified him for his efforts, but it's sort of Rovers would be happy with their performance, but they're behind on the score sheet with their spearhead down. And North Albury's probably the flip side. They'd be mildly really pleased with where they are in the game, considering Minogue really hasn't had an impact on the game. There was that passage in the second quarter. I noticed him in the ruck. They just want to get him involved a little bit more in the game.
I think both Minogue and Mark Lou have cancelled themselves out of the game, to be really honest. We can have the same conversation in regards to what Elmer's done. He's probably only had minimal impact in regards to possessions as well, and Josh is the same. I think both players can be given the advantage, the opportunity to float through the middle of the ground. Alex can play further up the ground and lose his opponent in traffic, whereas Josh can actually play a role in the ruck as well. So, for both sides, they'd be really happy to be in the positions they are without their key forwards or their talisman, I suppose you could call them, not having an impact on the game. But Josh Minogue's had 2 outstanding finals to date. I expect him to have some sort of say before this game's done.
Get you to put your coach's hat on, Bobby, and go into both coaching groups here at the moment. What do you think for Rovers and North Albury? Just a couple of little moves or tweaks, or what do you think they might be able to swing in this second half for both teams that will be able to propel them into a grand final?
And I'm not sure it's in Timmy's nature, but I'll be telling North Albury to put the gas, hit the pedal to the metal, and really burn these guys off. If they put in 15 minutes of high octane football together and be really productive, that might just see Rovers. Rovers don't seem to have as many explosive players as what North Albury does. So if they can put their foot to the floor in the next 15 minutes and really, hit them with everything they've got, that might just break the Wangaratta Rovers. But in saying that, the Wangaratta Rovers got a lot of class, a lot of experience that get hands on the footy. You got your Tom Boyd across half-back. He took 2 intercept marks in the first quarter. They quelled that to a certain degree, but he got a lot of important touches, and helped set up play across that half-back. They've got Brody Philo, who's, popping up left, right and centre. You've got Ed Damon, who's starting to have some touches through the middle. Sam Murray's another one, Sam Catapan, who had last week off, who's playing some really important footy. But the bit I love is the wingers are really spreading the game. Lockie O'Brien's getting on his wide left foot on a wing, and also Jack Gerrish is getting on the wide right foot side of the ground as well on his wing as well. So they're prepared to spread them and then open up the middle as well. So it's an interesting one. You'd like the Rovers to control the game a little bit more, and you want North Albury just to get to break neck as quick as possible and see what happens.
I think it's going to come down to 2 players. I think that for either side, if Archie Gardner and Brody Philo have big second halves, whoever has a bigger second half out of those 2 players is probably going to be the difference in the game, just the way they like to attack the game and the ground as well. All right, North Albury's just making their way back onto the ground here in the prelim. As we said, North Albury with a 3-point lead, 6-2-38 lead, Wangaratta Rovers 5-5-38. This is the halftime show brought to you by Elders Rural. And after the break, we'll bring you all the action for the second half. And on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton 0.
The rumours are true. We're heading to the Riverina. That's right, 5th quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to 5th quarter camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
price until half-time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half-price selected beers until half-time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
Welcome back to Birrelly Park, everyone, in Wodonga. Prelim final day 2024 in the O&M. A 3-point lead at the long break. North Albury 6-2-38. Lead the Wang Rovers 5-5-35. Rightio. We're going to go down to ground level because Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket has got one of the young guns of the Wang Rovers, Will Christie, not playing today. Down to you, Bobby.
Yeah, young superstar Will Christie, mate. What was Semi Murray's message at half time?
We just want to even up our numbers around the contest, make it a full half game, really own ground position. So, I think that'll be the focus this quarter. So, see if we can rectify a few things.
Just another quick one. How far away were you today?
I tried to see how it went at training this week, but it wasn't quite there. So, hopefully we can get through today and then see what next week brings.
Thanks for your time, big fella. All the best with injury. There you go, boys. Impressive young man. I had a bit of a chat to him before we went on air, and very nice young man. And would have loved to have been out there, but not the case. So he wanted just to even up the stoppages and control the young fellas, the Gardner boys he mentioned off here that needed to be watched on the outside. So we'll interested to see how it all unfolds.
Yeah, well done, Bobby. Yeah, one of the young guns of the Rovers. Hasn't played since round 9. Yeah. After succumbing to a knee injury, can play the game, Freaky.
Oh, yeah. I
think out today.
There was big claims in the first 8 or 9 rounds that he was in the number 1 ruck spot in the competition. That's how good of a player Will Christie has been for the Rovers this year. So he's a big loss. And if they were happy to get through today and then could somehow get him back for next week, it'd be a huge inclusion.
So what's going to happen here, eh? The Wang Rovers, it's been 17 years since they played in a grand final, 2007, and for North Albury, it's been 22 years. You've got to wind the clock back to 2002. So a great scenario here, either way. Not far off going. North Albury and the Wang Rovers, again, one step away from the big one. The third term is brought to you by the locker room at the SS&A, and here is Robbie McKinlay.
Yeah, Hanrahan and Jamin won the tap. McCartney gathered. Handball was good. On the bounce to Sam Murray. High up and under kick. Sits 35 out from the Rovers goal. Gaston brought it to ground. Reynolds is the base of the pack. Couldn't control it though. Catapan through one. Got tackled. Got dumped. And he'll win a free kick. Oh no. Advantage rule played. Running into an open goal will be Dylan Wilson. They're going to have to bring it back. Bobby, explain what happened there.
That was an absolutely bar-jarring tackle, so I'm not sure whether it was classed as a dangerous throw or not, but it looked pretty fair to me.
I thought he signalled a sling at some point there. Yeah, it's Catapan's going to win the free kick, and he's 40 metres out directly in front.
Yeah, he's signalling a throw there, a throw type.
Yeah, action. A wrestle move. Here we go. Handball on the Philo. Philo from 40. Brody Philo. Yes, sirree. Nails the first goal to start the second half. And the Rovers are in front. They lead it by 3 points. 41-38. Sunjan goal of the day from Brody Philo. But Bobby, you cannot let that man get...
In the competition in Brody Philo, and he was always going to be lurking and getting the football there. And there's only one thing in Brody's mind just then, that was having a shot at goal, and gee boy, he lifted big time there.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bobby. Brody Philo just circling like a shark, and when he got his chance, he just pumped it through for a goal. Okay, so 41 plays 38 now on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. 3-point margin in favour of the Rovers now. Just left of a centre, Goody to Arch Gardner. Quick one to Penny. Here they come, the Hoppers. Right out wide here. Dennis off his chest. Parnell with him. They're in a one-on-one. Ball's gone out. On the flank here, Emerald Avenue end. About 75 out from home, Freaky.
Yeah, 13 disposals now for Brody Philo in that goal there, as you touched on there. Bobby, you don't want him getting any more confidence in the game because he's somebody that can really rip the game apart.
Never short in confidence, Brody.
And a great finisher. So 70 out from the Hoppers' goal. They trail by 3. Goody. Geez, been good. Oh, clever tap onto Jack Penny. Have a shot, Jack. Jack lines up, loads up, and misses to the right-hand side. Minor score, so margin back to 2 points. North Albury 39, Rovers 41. And this is for the locker room at the SS&A Club, the home of Gus McLeod.
Yeah, Gussie.
He loves it.
He'll be tuned in today.
Dollar wings?
Yeah, he loves the wings.
I'd love dollar wings myself.
They're not bad.
Xavier Allison from the fullback position. Tries to pick out a Rovers Guernsey. Here's Sam Murray out the back. Look at that for a clever kick. Just to the advantage to Catapan. To O'Brien. Now this is where he's dangerous. Takes one bounce. Left foot and goes right up to true centre half forward. McCarthy.
Yep.
Alex takes it. Now Mark Clue's on the run. He's sprinting out the back. He's saying, Alex, give it to me. Well, now he's gone, Alex. In a lot of trouble, under pressure. Just got rid of it. Loose ball was picked up by the Hoppers. Penny fires it out wide here. Bouncing ball. Nolan. Sam Murray kicks it off the ground. Now he's in pursuit of it. Sochu is Goody after him. Look at Sammy. He puts the foot down and he breaks away. Ball must have gone out of bounds.
Gone too far.
Yeah. And the boundary umpire.
He's paid a free kick, Bobby, has he?
Run too far.
Oh, he has. Yeah, well done, Bobby, for the Newmarket.
That's a basketball term, isn't it?
He nailed that, Bob Jackson.
Hey, keep that American rubbish out of our Australian game, Bob Jackson.
Come on now.
No. You come on, Bob Jackson.
Yeah,
You're better than that.
Come on, Snoop Dogg.
Yeah. All right, George Goody. How many stats for him for 40 Wings, Freaky?
He's just had his 19th disposal in the game.
Thumping kick too. Oh, there's a push there. Yep. There was a push, all right. And now there's a dump. And now we're going to see a free kick go the way of the Wangaratta Rovers, and it's Big Eddie Damon. True centre wing, Emerald Oval side of the ground. The Rovers lead by 2 points. We've gone about 4 minutes into the third quarter. Might be another push. It is. That was payback time. Goody gets his 20th possession. And 50. It's 50.
Yep.
We'll take it away, Lukey. Georgie Goody's going to pick up 50 here, and they need to pounce here.
Dissent. Abuse.
McCartney might have been the one, was he?
They trail by 2. Here's Flynn Gardner, true centre wing, broadcast side. Gives it to Campbell. Now on the lead. Look at that. Perfect. Absolutely beautiful. And Josh Murphy has taken it. Well, this guy is highly talented, and you've got to back him in, don't you, Bobby?
Yeah, that's what you call a silver service, that delivery. That was fantastic by Campbell. Drifting onto his left foot, and most left-footers, just hit the ball differently to the rest of us, and, Josh Murphy will have them every day of the week.
This would take them to a 4-point lead. They haven't played in a grand final in over 2 decades, the Hoppers. Look at that from Josh Murphy. That is sublime. He steered that through, Freaky.
Yeah, he certainly did.
That's a treble for him.
Yeah, he's been outstanding in that forward half for North Albury today. He's been the real live wire. He's certainly a spark up there. They've only had the 2 inside 50s in this third quarter to be able to kick a goal there. George Goody, as we touched on, he's had 20 disposals already today, inside 6 minutes into the third quarter. He's been outstanding. Sam Murray also standing up for the Rovers. He's up to 17 disposals himself on the 40-wing stat sheet.
So another lead change. I'll try to go through how many lead change we've had in the game, but it would have to be around 6 to 7, I would imagine. Murphy gets his 3. There's a whistle, and it's an infringement. And I think it's going to go the way of the Hoppers. It will. It'll go to big Zach Hanrahan.
Lockie O'Brien.
And Hanrahan in the middle of the ground. He's going to handle it. Oh, he was going to go to Julian. He goes short. Kicks a bit shallow. Rovers will bring it to ground. Off half-back. They just push it forward. Gardner's involved there, and so is McIntosh, and it's a good tackle by the Rovers, and it's going to be a ball up centre wing.
Ruckman should have handballed.
Yeah, mate.
Ball aloft, comes down.
Every day of the week.
Broomhead, Allison, fires one out. Gee, that was good vision to Philo. Here's Catapan, getting onto that left foot, short down the line, picks up Will McCarthy. So they're wide out on their forward flank here. Here goes Will. They want to keep it wide. Oh, Reynolds went back with the flight. Damon, what's the umpire said here? A push. So Eddie will get it. Fletcher Ramage mans the mark. 65 out. Netball court end. Low ball going in, far too low for Mark Clue. Hayes gives it to Penny. On to Ramage. Indecisive, fantastic work. Oh, that was smothered by O'Brien. Ramage goes again to Penny. Gee, it's hot in the contest. At the coalface here, McIntosh short ball, little scrappy. Comes out again. Well, Allison ends up with it, trying to weave through traffic. McCarthy picks it up. Handball's out. Now King's got to go here.
Oh.
It's a goal. It's a goal. So Wilson's kicked it, and doesn't he let King know about the fumble, Bobby?
Yeah, just a little bit sloppy there by the North Albury defenders there. They'd love to have their time over again where they just clear the ball and be a bit more thorough with their ball handling. But, yeah, you make a mistake and steps away, and that's where young Wilson was. So that was a fantastic finish. And, yeah, the pressure's only mounting. The longer and deeper we go into this game, the pressure's only going to get higher and higher and higher.
Just perseverance, Robbie. They just kept persevering, and it ended up going their way.
Just shoving it forward. And it was a hard one to handle for King. He did not get a kind bounce. There's a bit of sun in your eyes in that pocket. It was a tricky one. That's why you're always in the game as a forward. Here's Philo. Got the tap from Damon. Drives it long. 30 out from goal. McCarthy! Oh, nearly got in the third bite. Wilson through traffic. Handball over the top. Penny. Jack Reynolds' tackle was good. Snap by McCarthy. They're going to have to get rid of this North Albury. They do it well. Ramage was good. This kick's not good. He didn't go to the boundary. He came inside, and Brody Pholo's marked 47 metres out, Bob.
Yeah, it's similar to the last inside 50 for Wangaratta. A little bit of panic for the North Albury. They just needed to take a deep breath, and I think they had a little bit more time than they just expected just there, and they could have had a more cleaner exit outside their 50, and they're going to cough up a second shot at goal inside a minute through their own errors. So they want to tidy that up quick, smart. Otherwise, they're just going to ramp things up here, Rovers.
So Brody Philo's kicked one already this quarter. He'll kick it from right on the 50. Runs around. Hits the ball hard. Starts it. Swings it. Gets it. Brody's happy. Rovers stretch the lead to 8 points. A Sundan goal of the day contender from B. Philo. And the Rovers lead by 8.
Philo up to 16 disposals now on the 40-wing stat sheet. He's kicked the 2 goals as well. There should be a warning for North Albury. They've seen this in their previous meetings this year. In round 6, Rovers kicked 7 goals in the last quarter, and in round 15, they kicked 12 goals to 5 in the second half of that game as well. So Rovers can really get on a roll against North Albury. It's happened a couple of times this year, so the Hoppers better smarten up and make sure they can nullify this run.
8-point lead for the Rovers, thanks to Inspirations Paint. Here's Goody. Sam Murray just bearing over the top of him. Here's McCartney over the shoulder. Free kick going to Caden Winter. Right of a centre. So the Hoppers need to answer now. They need to respond. And hit back. Caden. Short to King. Ball went over his head. Booth comes in. Oh, gee, the Hoppers untidy here. Garish to McCarthy. To Catapan. They go right out wide here. O'Brien wanted it. Penny made a contest of it. O'Brien, beautiful vision. And hand pass to Sammy Murray. Left foot going in. Let's have a look down there. Mark Clue got a hand to it. Out the back it comes, the Hoppers. Weave, and that's wide and out on the full. So the Rovers are making their move in this prelim final. They're about to pounce. You can just feel it, Robbie.
Yeah, it's just a few little errors creeping in. That's pressure. That's finals football. But I'll tell you what, you don't write the Hoppers off from here. They trail it by 8. And it is Alex Marklew from long range. Gee, he's got a good bit of it. He has got a massive bit of that. Wiedemann Yen knocked it through for a behind from 60 metres. Alex Marklew almost got the journey. So the margin goes out to 9 points now. The Rovers 54. North Albury 45. We're doing it for the locker room. And that is on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard.
They need to take the sting out of here for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah,
North Albury. They need to control the footy, just a bit of tempo footy, just for the next minute or two, just to get things back on term, get the heart rate down a little bit, and work their way up the ground, but just controlling the footy.
Margin at 9 now. Rovers up over the Hoppers at Burleigh Park on a Sunday afternoon in the 2024 Ovens and Murray prelim. Foster Gardner brought down by Allison. Ends up with Nolan, tried to get Catapan. Ends up in the hands of Finn Osborne.
They just appear to have numbers everywhere at the moment, Rovers.
Yeah, they're on top. They've just got control in this little period of the game, Brad Freak.
Yeah, they certainly do. Good punch there by Julian Hayes. He had the 2 disposals in this third quarter. Tim Broomhead yet to touch the footy inside the first 12 minutes of the third term.
So boundary throw in between centre wing and half forward, Emerald Oval side of the ground. Rovers are attacking the Melbourne end. George Goody, brilliant handball to Winter. Winter, hands on the ball. Murphy took a low ball. Delivered it okay. Got it back to Dennis. His handball was intercepted by Tommy Boyd. Read it beautifully. McQuaid was tackled. He got rid of it just. Just got a fist on it. Now here's Winter. Handball to Goody. Intercepted by Gaston did well. Just got a little hand in on it. Caused a bit of chaos. Now they'll go again, the Hoppers. Foster Gardner. Kicks a beauty. Finds Minogue. Comes in the middle of the ground. Oh, kicks just too long. It was a foot too long. Guess who? Philo has it at half back. Drives the ball long to half forward. Mark Clue on a long lead. Oh, dropped the mark. He let Wiedemann off the hook. Wiedemann will get an inside handball. Pressure's intense. Reynolds is there. He's tackled. Comes to ground. Wiedemann came through hard. He was dumped by Booth. Picked up by Archie Gardner. Mark Clue tackles him, but the free kick's going to go the way of Wiedemann. Half back for North Albury. They trail by 9 points. It's heating up here at Birrelea Park.
Oh, the locals are going feral down here.
Yeah, Bobby, you got a great view of that one, thanks to the new mate.
Yeah, it was a dangerous sling, so that was the right decision.
Parnell dropped it. McCartney got spun around by Cody Gardner. Umpire to take it. On the flank, favouring the Emerald Avenue end. Freaky, how are our inside 50s now, thanks to 40 weeks?
Yeah, Rovers totally dominant in this third term. 6 inside 50s to 2 inside the first 13 minutes.
Okay, Goody bursts onto it and just thumps it forward here for the Hoppers. Big contest down there. Comes out, Cody Gardner gets it to Broomhead. Watch this. Oh, nearly hit Foster Gardner. And he swings around. He's trying to find a target. Short to Winter. Now look at this on the lead. Goes in. Dennis. And he's taken in a tackle by Boyd. All the Rovers go in like vultures. And it's tied up here. 25 to 30 out. Emerald Avenue end. We've got a 9-point lead to the Wang Rovers. Thanks to Inspirations Paint, we've gone close to 14 third term here for NZ.
Catapan, handball to Murray. They defend it well. King did well for the Hoppers. Knocked it to Goody. What a game he's playing. George Goody kept the ball in. No, he didn't. And it's going to be thrown back in right in front of a massive horde of North Albury supporters there on that western half-forward flank. North Albury kicking to the Albury end of the ground. They trail by 9 points. 14 minutes gone, third quarter. Can they get the next one? Goody sharked it. Boomeranged it. Inside forward 50. From behind, ball comes to ground. They've got numbers, Rovers. Ball's in the hand of Gerrish. Gerrish kicks it to O'Brien. O'Brien couldn't take the mark. Foster Gardner harangues him. Picked up by Will Nolan. Drives it to the middle of the ground. Picked up by Stewie Booth. Booth for the Rovers. Shimmied, shaked, went left, went right. Beat Hayes. Runs inside forward 50. Stewie Booth runs and misses to the left-hand side. Minor score. That would have been a big blow for the Hoppers. They dodge a bullet. They trail by 10. 15 gone for the locker room. And that's on the NZ Albury time clock.
Bobby, what a wonderful game of football.
Yeah, I feel as this is going to open up here very shortly with the players getting fatigued and the size of the ground and the size of the atmosphere, size of the prize at stake. So I just feel as though something's going to give here in a minute, boys, and I think we're going to see a free-flowing game of footy.
Gee, Wiedemann's kick coming out from the fullback position was razor sharp to King.
There's a push there.
Rovers have got it though. McQuaid plays on quickly. Gets it to O'Brien. Left foot going in. Now where are the Rovers forwards here? Or Weaver went up. Lewis stayed down. Right foot snap on goal. He's blown it across the face and it's gone out of bounds. No score. So a 10-point lead to the Wang Rovers over North Albury. 8-7 to 7-3. We've gone close to 16 for NZ. We're in the third term and it's brought to you by the locker room at the SS&A.
Yeah, he blew it, Luke, because the closing speed and determination of Archie Gardner, who played on and kicked the ball to Foster. Foster kicks it to Murphy. That might be 50. No, it's not. Damon knocked him ass over it and then he gave him a pat on the back. Jeez, I hate that. Hayes needs to be good with the footy. Goes long to King. King, sun in the eyes, held onto a shaky old chest mark. He has Wiedemann laterally, pops it up in the air. Wiedemann gathered, but he's a left footer. and he's going to have to swing around back towards the middle of the ground. Wiedemann, kick was smothered. They're starting to do a lot of things right, the Rovers. Turnover, Williamson onto Wilson. Wilson drives it long. Mark Lew's got space. Well done, Flynn Gardner. Got the ball to ground. Mark Lew knocked him off the ball. Mark Lew finds Gaston. Gaston will play on now. Handball over the top. Here we go. Dylan Wilson, goal number 3. Rovers are getting close here. They stretched the lead to 16 points. It was a turnover at half forward. It was all about the pressure, Bobby Jackson. The Rovers are applying plenty of it this quarter.
I don't think North Albury helped themselves there. They had plenty of the flow of the footy here where young Murphy took the mark. They could have had the ball inside 50, deep inside 50 for an opportunity to shoot goal, North Albury, but they decided to go lateral and they just turned the footy over in a dangerous spot and they just ran forward in numbers, Rovers, and the odd man out down the back. And it was a Joe the Goose type goal for young Wilson. So they're playing some really good football at the moment, Rovers, and the red lights have got to be going off in the coach's box for North Albury.
Yeah, they've had full control of the third term, and here they come again. Look at Sammy Murray charging through the middle, off to O'Brien, who's having an impact in the third term. Steers one in. Oh, McCarthy. One-hander. Gary Ablett Senior style, Bobby.
Yeah, this guy can seriously play, and he's one of those underestimated forwards that Rovers have, and he pops up every now and then and plays a very, very important role and hits the scoreboard quite often.
The Wang Rovers haven't played in a grand final in 17 years. Haven't won a flag in 3 decades. Alex McCarthy puts it through and they might be on their way to the big one. There's a bit to go yet, but Bobby, they're surging clear.
They certainly are. They seem to have all the flow at the moment, but as we've seen, there's been ebbs and flows throughout the afternoon, and this could be just an ebb that we're seeing at the moment for Rovers, and I expect the North Albury guys to fight back. Just had a message. I think there was 3,418 in attendance today, boys, the crowd, so I think I just have to double check that, but that's just not a random number off the top of my head, but you have 3,418 in the ground at the moment.
Looks about right, Bobby.
I counted all of them.
Can the Hoppers get one back? Allison came through very strongly off half back for the Rovers. He's tackled by Cody Gardner and Josh Minogue. Minogue's run on the ball here at the moment, I think. Tap towards Broomhead. Can Broomhead lift? He drives it inside forward 50. Taylor might have been knocked off the footy. They need to punch it forward here. Kai Williamson was clever, mopped up nicely. Kick was good. He found Jack Gerish at half-back for the Wangaratta Rovers. They lead by 22 points. They have kicked 4 of the 5 of the 6 goals this quarter. They go back laterally, turnover chance. Dennis was good, hard at the foot. He's going to give away a free kick, though. It was front-on contact, as they call it these days, and it'll be a free kick at half-back for the Wangaratta Rovers. Ledger might have to take it, because it looks like Tommy Boyd might be a bit injured there.
He looked like he landed a little awkwardly there with the contact that was produced from the North.
I hope it is cramp for the Rovers' sake.
Oh, gee. I don't know. A bit early for cramp, isn't it?
I was just going to say, I thought Jace McQuaid within that last shot that they had was down there with a bit of cramp as well. So the 2 big pillars down there for Rovers look like they've already started to cramp up. Only 20 minutes into the third quarter, so the Hoppers can use that if they can get a bit of a roll on.
Sam Murray with a one-hander. It's becoming contagious for the Rovers. It's a 22-point break, 4-goal margin in favour of the brown and gold. Here's Goody. Well, he won't give up. No, he's taken in the tackle. Everything going the way of the Wang Rovers in the third term. Look at the general. Sam Murray picks out Catapan.
They're a different side when he's in it, Lukey.
Oh, aren't they what? Aren't they what, Robbie? He's walked so much taller.
Yep.
Bulletproof. Now they want to come to Damon. Takes it in the hands. Good clutch. 67 plays 45, thanks to Inspirations Paint. They've gone close to 21 for Renshead, third term. Bob Jackson, Robbie McKinlay, Brad Freak and Luke Francis with you at Birrelly Park. Philo, gee, that must have only just gone the required distance.
What do you reckon, Bobby? How long?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking around. Just off the back of Freaky's statement, I'm just looking around. There's a lot of blokes that are sort of trying to catch their breath and hands on hips. And,
good grab.
There's a bit going on there.
Long kick. Very open forward line here. Mark Clue, he decides to go short. He's at man Alex McCarthy, who's taken some very good grabs today already. Kicked a couple. He's 60 out, Alex. top of the goal square. Good team play. Gaston's a target, and Gatto marks it. The big Frenchman, he was like the Eiffel Tower.
Oh, that's
and he hung on to it.
Sensational.
And he's got Mark Lou all on his own, the goal square. He handballs over the top to Mark Lou. The Hoppers have gone to sleep here. And Mark Lou kicks it into the cricket centre. And the Rovers stretch that lead to 28 points. 21 and a half minutes gone. Third term for the locker room at the SS&A club. And that's on the NZ Albury time clock. Freaky, how are those inside 50 stats looking for this quarter?
Yeah, totally dominant for the Wangaratta Rovers. 11 inside 50s to 5 in this third term. They've taken the 4 marks inside forward 50 as well. Sam Murray's the one. He's up to 9 disposals in this third term for the Wangaratta Rovers on the 40-wing stat sheet. Brody Philo and Sam Catapan also had 6 disposals. So the big boys in the middle of the ground for the Rovers have really stepped up in this third quarter and put this break in the game for their team.
Shane Gaston will have a yo play tonight if they can get up. Probably McKinley.
Might have a little wine too from one of the Beaujolais region or something.
Oh, yeah. Here's Damon. Rolls one to centre half forward. Lewis came charging out. Reynolds fantastic to Winter. Caden back over the top to Reynolds. Oh, great run from behind. Just fumbled the footy though. Lewis picks it up. Loose ball here. Goody ends up with it. He's at the bottom. Umpire will take it. 11-7-73. The Wang Rovers lead over North Albury. 7-3-45. 73-45 on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. Brown and gold up. They've gone close to 23. The third term here, thanks to Wensett. Damon comes out to half forward. Mark Clue got rid of his man, which was Wiedemann. Pops it back over the top. Reynolds trying his heart out back there to Jackson Wiedemann. They're retreating. They're losing territory. Ramage. High ball out to Penny. One-on-one with Williamson. Ball over the top. Rolling towards the chalk. Rolling. And it goes out of bounds. Bobby, how are those rotations thanks to the new market?
Yeah, they're pretty busy down here at the moment. A lot of players coming on and off as quick as they possibly can. But one thing I've noticed is the pressure through the midfield from the Rovers is really congesting the ball movement for North Albury. They're struggling to get past the centre circle through this last 5-10 minutes. And as we speak, they're just taking control of the footy again through the middle and pumping it forward and putting the defenders under enormous pressure.
Nolan, he cleaned up a bit of untidy work there. Mark Lou gathers. So it's McCartney. Now he'll drive deeply. Here comes again. Flying in was for the side was McCarthy. Ball spills to Mark Clue. Shot on goal. He's kicked it. He's on a bit of a run around the boundary line. Is the Fuents. He gets his second in a couple of minutes. And the Rovers now are very close to getting themselves into the grand final. They've stretched that lead. They've kicked 7 of the 8 goals this quarter. And they are turning on the absolute champagne. Anything on the 40-wing stats there, Freaky?
Yeah, 7 goals from 12 entries in this third term. Just been unbelievably efficient when they've been able to go forward. As we touched on, Sam Murray, 9 disposals in this third term. It's 23 for the game. Brody Philo's had 6. That's 18 for the game. Sam Catapan's had 6. 19 for the game.
Back in the middle again. Here's Sam Murray. Knocks it out. True centre wing on the far side. Campbell tries to get it to Hanrahan. Back to Polkinghorn. To Foster Gardner. Kick was smothered by Lockie McCartney. Hanrahan goes again. Will McCarthy down low. Nice work. Out wide to Finn Osborne, who wants the corridor. Just misses Sammy Murray. Penny coming from the opposite direction. Ball at bootlace level. Sammy goes off the ground. Out wide it goes. Now Nathan Dennis in a race there with Will Nolan heading towards the boundary line. And it goes out of bounds. I wonder what they're thinking in Pigeonland, Robbie, in Yarrawonga. So at this stage, they'll face the Rovers. We've still got a quarter of footy to go yet, but it's so interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, you'd think the Hoppers have any chance. They need to pinch the goal here late. We're into time on. It's Damon overran it. He applied a tackle, and it's going to be a ball up. 45 out from the North Albury goal. It's been a 7-1 quarter here from the Wangaratta Rovers for the locker room. Damon again. Gee, he's lifted his work rate too. Flynn Gardner's body work was good. Mark Lou up the ground, took a tackle, helped the teammate. Might be an advantage. He'll win a free kick, Alex Mark Lou. There was no advantage played there. And he's kicked the last couple of goals, Alex, and he's up and about, Lukey.
He is, Robbie. Such a confidence player. When this man is on, he is white hot. Mark Lou, look at that for a kick. Through the hands of Finn Osborne. Jack Reynolds has been fantastic today for the Hoppers.
Him and
I
Goody.
reckon, close to their best. Here's Tim Broomhead. It's been hard for him today, Tim. Low ball going inside 50. That is a brilliant kick and a brilliant mark from Josh Minogue. Sensational.
This is the one.
Freaky nailed it there earlier in the quarter. Timmy Broomhead needs to be touching the footy a little bit more, so he put himself inside the forward 50. Whether that's because he's injured or sore, I don't know, but he's highly influential, and he needs to get his hand on the ball, a lot in this next quarter and a bit for North Albury to be a chance to play in the grand final this year.
Yeah, you're right, Bobby. So 6 goals in the elimination final from Josh Minogue, 5 in the semi last Sunday at WJ Finlay. In he comes. Emerald Avenue end must go through if the Hoppers are any hope in the prelim. 40 out. Has it gone through? He's missed it. It's 1- score. So 79 to 46 now. The Rovers up on the Inspirations Paint scoreboard. And we've gone over 27 third term thanks to NZ.
Yeah, needed that one, Lukey. Or still another one as Philo plays on from fullback. He runs about 25 metres, drives it to centre wing. From behind, the ball was brought to ground. Garish was there, tackled by Reynolds. I certainly concur with you there, Luke. Jack Reynolds, George Goody, been absolutely fantastic. But this Rovers onslaught in this third quarter. Damon leading the charge again. Taps it to Murray on the fly. Sam Murray's had 2 bounces. Just pushes Jack Reynolds off. Has 3 bounces. The siren has beat him because Sam Murray was about to run in and kick at goal, I reckon.
Look at Sammy.
He's filthy. He's filthy. They blew the siren. They did indeed. 3/4 time, Lukey, is a big task here for the Hoppers. Bobby Jackson, we'll go down to you. It's a 33-point lead. Rovers will take into this last quarter.
Yeah, there's a bit of a buzz down here with the Rovers supporters. They're all sort of looking at next week already and just wanting to get out here and have one last listen to Sammy and his boys before they go marching into a grand final. So they just got 30 minutes to get through here and they're booking themselves a spot against the Pigeons next week.
Yeah, that's it, Bobby. 12-7-79. The Rovers up over the North Albury Hoppers, 7-4-46. At 3/4 time, one more step to go to play in the grand final for the Wang Rovers. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
Zero 0.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
rumours are true, we're heading to the Riverina. That's right, fifth quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to Fifth Quarter Camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.
We're 1/4 of footy away of finding out who will play the Yarrawonga Pigeons in next Sunday's Ovens and Murray Grand Final for 2024. It's a 33-point break to the Wang Rovers, 12-7-79, North Albury, 7-4-46. Freaky will get our McRae Motors quarters best for the third term.
Yeah, well, there's only two men for the Wangaratta Rovers that could have been the McRae Motors quarters best in that third term. It had to be Sam Murray and Brodie Philo. They were simply outstanding. Really catapulted the Rovers into the lead that they've got. For the North Albury, the only band that stood up in that third term, really, George Goody. He was outstanding. Have a look at the 40-wing stats sheet. Sam Murray, 10 disposals in that third term for 24 disposals in the game. Brodie Philo had the 7 disposals as well and kicking a goal as well in that third team. Simply outstanding for the Rovers.
Let's go down to ground level and catch up with Bobby Jackson for the Newmarket. What could you find out, Bobby?
Massive amount of supporters around both huddles, boys. Massive North Albury noise coming out of them as they were breaking out. The last little ditch effort, and Freaky, our answers, our prayers have been answered, and Timmy Broomhead's gone into the middle, whereas the Rovers were controlled, discussions, being organised and making sure they get the job done. And they're just waiting on the Wangaratta thirds, boys, who travel from end to end. I think they follow the Alma to make sure that he's nice and pumped up and ready to go. So they're just waiting on the Wangaratta Rovers thirds to get off the ground.
They used to do in the John Coleman days, didn't they, Robbie?
They did, yeah, they did.
Essendon supporters.
They used to...
That might have been the last time they won final.
Used to do that at Hay when a young Robbie Jackson was making his way into the game. He'd just play in that pocket flank role.
No.
Very good. Okay, so the Wang Rovers 1/4 away from playing in a decider.
Can North just have one more crack here, lads? I reckon they can.
That's it. Okay, the final term is brought to you by Mac Jack Sheds, and here is Robbie McKinley.
These next 5 minutes are massive for the Hoppers. Just run at it. Here comes Philo, tracked by Archie Gardner. Gee, he did well. Gardner, high up and under. Campbell, O'Brien, well done to Campbell, tracked it, got it towards Arch Gardner. Kick off the ground by Murray, was clever. It'll actually go inside forward 50. Picked up magnificently by Mark Lew. Handball to Murray, misses the target, falls okay though. Justin Lewis, a little high, up and under, from behind. Harry Weaver, oh, that was Julian Hayes. Got a fist on it, and it's going to be a boundary throw in about the only shaded area on the ground in that forward pocket for the Wangaratta Rovers, Luke Francis. About a minute gone. It's still 79-46. Last quarter has started. Rovers lead.
Emerald Avenue ends. Now 45 around from goal. Contest Catapan spinning out of trouble and just missed his target. Now here's George Goody. Comes away and hits Nathan Dennis. Left of centre wing on the broadcast side. Hayes is screaming for the switch. He's going to come to the forward flank. Picks up Josh Minogue. No one inside 50.
Look at Foster.
Here goes Foster Gardner. He'll get on the end of it. And front of Allison. Foster Gardner, short ball, nice. Good footy from the Hoppers. That was neat, Bobby.
Geez, you ran hard, young Gardner.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy, they need a lot of that from behind. And I reckon the gang's just loading up the horses, getting their posse ready, and they're going to fire up this last quarter of the gang.
I'm with you, Bob. I just reckon they got a big 10 minutes in them here, Hoppers.
You saw the horses as well, did you?
I did.
Yep, thought so.
Yeah.
And the Indians.
John Wayne down there. The Newmarket. Okay, Caden Winner. It's got to go through for the Hoppers. There any chance in the prelim? Okay. Has it got the legs? It's marked. It's a terrific mark from Josh Minogue. Has it gone through?
It's a great grab. Now take it back to the centre.
Okay. So 33-point margin. This to bring it back to 27. Okay. 27-point margin here. Wang Rovers up on the border carpet scoreboard, Freaky.
Yeah, one inside 50 for one goal. There's something at that cricket hub end today. You get the ball down in that side, forward 50, you're able to get just shots on goal. A couple of early touch each for George Goody and Archie Gardner, who have probably been North Albury's two best players today. George Goody definitely, Archie Gardner in probably second position behind him. So the more important players for North are getting their hands on the footy early.
Hey, Bobby, we haven't really checked in on today, but is there any breeze advantage out there at all?
There was earlier in the day. The flag here next to me is fired up a little bit, and it seems to be blowing towards us in the broadcast area. So from the scoreboard across to where we're sort of sitting, that's what the flag's indicating. So no real advantage at this stage.
Albury supporters and listeners and viewers were hoping you'd say there's quite a firm breeze to that Melbourne end, Bobby, but it's not.
I'm honest,
and he's
mate.
Goody. You only deal in facts, Bob. I know how you roll. Oh, great smother, George Goody. Picked up, though, by Lockie O'Brien. Handball onto another smooth operator. Sam Murray kicks it beautifully. Finds McCartney. Jack Gerrish, all on his own. He'll gather. He'll have a bounce. He'll run inside forward 50, and he drives it long, and he's put the Rovers into a grand final. Big kick from Jack Gerrish. It was O'Brien, Murray, and Gerrish. Three really classy operators, and they nail that goal. They get the quick reply. Tough work from here.
He's had a pretty good final series, Jack. He was a shining light last week. I thought he played his wing position really, really well last week and the week before against Magpies out of Cairo. So he's really played and given the Rovers some real width in their ball movement and real width in their attack into the forward 50. And he's been beneficiary playing that tram line up and down that wing, and that was a fantastic finish. He's up and about. He's a barometer for him, Jack Gerrich.
It's back out to 33 points. 6 goals the margin. The Wang Rovers lead by Xavier Allison charging out for the Sharon. Great Shepherd provided by Jack Gerrish. Here's Damon adjacent to the scoreboard on the outer side. Right foot heading inside 50. Mark Clue goes over the top of him. Alex McCarthy by hand to Catapan. Back to Alex. Now to Philo. Thumps it in left foot. Let's have a look down there. Ball gets out the back. McCartney after it, picks it up, handles over the top to Will McCarthy. Flynn Gardner meets him. What's the umpire going to say? Now it's on. Now it's on down there. Play goes on. Short one to Lewis. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, dangerous road, unnecessary. The play was dead.
Still going on there in the pocket.
Still a little bit argy-bargy, but
break up now.
Yeah, this Lewis, he falls into that. Yeah, he's a very important player as well. He's an important cog to their forward 50. The pressure that he produces on the defensive players is enormous, and this is a reward for that sort of stuff.
So the great second half of the year, Justin Lewis. That one's pushed right, and has it gone through for one behind? It has. Okay, so the margin out to 34 now. Freaky, we'll get our leading possession getter for each team, thanks to 40 wins.
Yeah, George Goody's had 26 disposals. Sam Murray's had the 27 for...
Give George another one, Freaky. He's handballed it on to Nathan Dennis now, who's got it back to Ramage, back to Dennis. We didn't give it to George. Now Goody gets it. He got it from Campbell. Goody kicks the middle of the ground. On to Penny. Now he gets it to Archie Gardner. Gardner now weighs up his options. It's a little low dribbling kick. Picked up beautifully by Minogue. Handball over the top to Gussie Gardner. Look away, handball back to Campbell. Campbell runs onto it. Can't gather it. Good defensive work. Gerrish got back. How about the barrel from Jack Gerrish? Carries 60 metres. Here's George Goody. He's going to beat free. He goes to the boundary line. The brave captain of the Hoppers. He's done everything. He's done everything he can. He's got a boundary front right in front of you, Bobby Jackson. If you've just joined us, Rovers lead by 34.
He's done that much. He grabbed the microphone off and did a quick comment while he's lying right in front of him. He's done everything, Georgie, today.
Yeah, he's like an old pugilist. He just keeps getting back up off the canvas.
Come on, champ. Got to throw a bit of that.
That was a high throw. It just needed a bit more lower trajectory.
Bit more oomph, brother.
A few more Red Bulls there,
This is the Bobby talking to him.
There we go.
He delivers under pressure. Fantastic.
Oh, he's going to get another go.
Here's Catapan.
Oh, no, he's got another crack. Here we go.
Well, you've got to try and get yourself into a granny, Robbie. You know, they need boundary umpires on the big day as well.
He's got to finish well, hasn't he?
Why not?
Here we go. Look at him. Crowd's up.
Haven't they poured the acid on him? Here we go. In it goes again. David.
I love this shit.
And then on to McIntosh, to Arch Gardner. Hayes drags it in to Winter. 86 plays 52. The Rovers up here.
Oh, good man.
We're on 7 in the final turn, thanks to NZ. And Allison has the ball on the back flank.
I reckon the great Normans are starting to work, Bob.
Yeah, they're just starting to work their magic, aren't they?
They are.
Magic waters of Tasmania. Yep.
Only in Australia could you get that sort of response. Dylan Wilson, a half volley, a sharp one to Catapan, on to Lockie O'Brien, beat Archie Gardner, and cutting across, taking a good grab is Fletcher Ramage for the Hoppers. Kicks it across the ground, a little bit dangerously. Here's Foster. So no, it's Polkinghorn, Ryan Polkinghorn. Goes across the ground looking for Flynn Gardner. Got a pretty good bounce. He doesn't go back to Wiedemann. Now he does. Now he goes back to Wiedemann. Wiedemann looks for the middle of the ground. Finds Hayes. Julian Hayes has it. True centre half back for the Hoppers. They trail by 30 points. Kick's not a good one. Turnover. Philo kicks it high. Mark Clue, ball to ground. Picked up by Will McCarthy. Runs into an open goal. The Wangaratta Rovers are home. Margin is out to 40 points. 8 minutes into the final term for Mac Jack Sheds. And Freaky, those inside 50s just weighing up number after number and are starting to show on the board.
Yeah, double in the second half. It's 16-8 in the second half alone. The Rovers have just been totally dominant, and it's just their prime ball winners again. Sam Murray's had 3 disposals. Sam Catapan's had 3 disposals as well. One man stats I'm not taking today, but I think it's been a massive deciding factor in this second half is Ed Damon. I think his second half, he's nearly been the most dominant player on the ground. He's giving them first use out of the middle of the ground nearly every single time, and they've just been able to walk the ball out of the centre at some times and just translate it onto the scoreboard.
You've nailed it, Freaky. He's, the big boys don't get any smaller late in the day, and he's been a man mountain here, Damon, in the middle.
Yeah, the Rovers have just gone to another level in the prelim, and the Hoppers just haven't been able to go with them.
Right on cue.
Inside 50. So Gardner goes off the ground, bouncing towards the boundary line here. Oh, Flynn Gardner's after Lockie O'Brien. Booth comes in. Now, right on the fence here. Just be careful, guys, because you wouldn't want to end up at the tribunal during the week. Make it a very long one. Here's McCartney. Right foot bounces one inside 50. Emerald Avenue end. Ball goes to ground. 92 plays 52. 92 plays 52. It's a 40-point lead here to the Rovers over North Albury. We're going 10 thanks to NZ final term. We'll go to you, Freaky, thanks to 40 wins.
Yeah, 6 inside 50s to 1 in the last term. Pretty much the difference in the game and in the second half.
Give Goody another handball, Bradley. He's going to be another ball up. North Albury led at half time.
Yeah.
North Albury led. It was not much. It was
3 points.
Yeah, 38 to 35. Damon out of the ruck. He's doing the whole lot here. Oh, look at the clever one from Catapan. Look away handball to Dylan Wilson. Top of the goal square, running with the flight of the ball. Hoppers get numbers back. They continue to appeal for deliberate out of bounds. Bobby, how many times do I have to say that we do not pay that rule generally in this competition?
At least twice a week.
I think so. They're not listening. Well, not on enough, I suppose.
Boundary throw in, 25 around from goal. Wiedemann just puts it on the boot and torpedoes it out of there. Chase McQuaid. Marcus Payne. And he comes this way. Tom Boyd it was, and then goes on to Will McCarthy. Centering kick. Oh, getting up high, Goody. He has been everywhere. How's the tank on George Goody?
Yeah.
Goodness.
A tanker and a ticker.
Oh, yeah.
How many stats for Georgie, boy?
29 on the 40-wing stat sheet.
Damon. Hayes is down low. Ball spits out. Goody.
30.
Wiedemann in short. Back to Goody. George with a high ball coming out. And pack forms. Minogue's taking it. Gee, that was a good mark.
Big hands down here, boys, behind play. That looks like it's an arm or a shoulder. He's just up on his knees. He hasn't really moved. He's on his haunches now. Look, not in a good way.
Yes.
That's a dislocated shoulder if I've ever seen one. I might be the expert on it.
Yeah.
So the Wang Rovers again haven't played in a grand final in 17 years. So 2007 was the last time they played in a GF, and they haven't won a flag, Robbie, for 30 years, 3 decades.
Yeah.
And they'll face the Yarrawonga Pigeons next Sunday.
They were so strong. They played at every grand final in the 70s, I think it was.
Wow.
And then in 1980, North Albury beat them in a grand final.
Gee.
So they incredibly successful. That run in the 70s was just remarkable. I think they only lost a couple of them too.
Really?
Yep. So they're going to do it against and they've got form. They've got a lot of history. Wang Rovers and Yarrawonga, a lot of grand final history. From behind, flying high, couldn't quite take it. There was Murphy, Gardner, his Ledger, been solid today. Handball back to Parnell. Parnell tackled by Foster Gardner. He's still got his kick in. Stewie Booth, beautifully weighted kick by Parnell. Look at Kieran Parnell's continue to run. He mightn't get this one, but he'll keep going looking for more. Kick was good to Dylan Wilson. Inside handball to Jack Gerrish. Gerrish, great vision. Has the gap Frenchman. He marks, unloads to Will McCarthy. Got it on to Catapan. Sam Catapan, shot on goal. Kicks it out of bounds. The full, a hell of a good grab taken by one of the young Rovers' thirds players there. Number 2 on his back. And he handballed it in very nice sportsmanship favour to the North Albury coach, Timmy Broomhead, who brings it back in.
Geez, a beautiful kick. He hits Jack Reynolds, who's played a fantastic game.
Been good, Jack.
Short one to Foster Gardner. Broadcast side now to Weaven, very wide out on the half-back flank. A trial by 40 points, the Hoppers.
50.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Or is it?
In fact, it's going to be a boundary throw-in, Bobby.
Yeah, he's called it out of bounds.
Harry went out, did he?
Yeah. So ball coming right back to the boundary umpire. Freaky, give us your best, mate, while we've got to stop in play thanks to 40 weeks.
Yeah, 8-1 inside 50s in this last term. As we said, that's 20-8 inside 50s in the second half. Just been totally dominant, the Rovers.
That's a good throw-in. Another contender for next week's GF. King off the back of the pack. Jack got it. On to Campbell. Back to Archer Gardner. Quick hands to King. Oh, that pressure's immense. The Rovers' pressure. Just haven't let them off the hook at all, Bobby, have they?
No, it's that middle part of the ground. They're just shutting down their space and cutting their run down, particularly after, say, quarter time. They've really cut down their run and their space to create through the midfield, and it's really congested and constricted the North Albury attack. So, yeah, they really went to school on that this game, I mean.
Gaston out the back. Will McCarthy, well done by Minogue. Kicked it to half forward. Flying high was Dennis. Fish from behind by Parnell was excellent. Oh, it's kept in. Catapan liked his work rate in the second half. Got it back to Parnell. Parnell just good through traffic. A hurry, get me out of here kick. And Julian Hayes. Oh, a good hand on it there by Justin Lewis. Kept the ball in play. Polkinghorne has it for the Hoppers. His kick's dangerous, but it's good. And it's marked by Jack King.
Yeah, solid mark from King. And he's looking out towards Hayes, over the top of him. Now they've got to work. Julian, oh geez, cool in a crisis. Just keeps his head to Ramage. He's been so good in season 2024. In come the Rovers, Finn Osborne to Lewis. Some of their young guns combining. Winter to Penny to Cody Gardner. Haven't seen much of Cody today. He was very good in the semi-final last Sunday. Lewis brought down without it. And he'll get the free kick. So Justin Lewis, very wide to Sam Murray. Here he is, Sammy. He's going to take his troops through to a grand final. Long ball going inside 50. Bounces and is about to go across the chalk. Back down to you, Bobby. What's the latest, thanks to the new market?
Yeah, just on Zach Hanrahan, fellas. He's gone into the change rooms with his arm in a sling. So I reckon, I think he injured that shoulder earlier in the season against Wodonga at Martin Park there, I think. So maybe a recurring shoulder injury.
Back into play, 16 minutes gone, last quarter action. Damon, the barrel for the boundary throw in. How about that from Big Eddie Damon? He snatched it and he launched a torpedo straight through the guts for a Sunjan goal of the day. It is the Rovers' day. and they stretch the lead now out to 48 points. The Wangaratta Rovers, they're marching their way in to a grand final, as Bobby Jackson said. It's 98-52. How about that from Eddie Damon?
Big Mr. Ed, yeah. Freaky hit the nail on the head there a little while ago, where he's been dominant in that centre bouncing around the ground with his size and his body work, and he's really controlled the stoppages and the strength areas, and that was a good reward for his work today.
Back in the middle, here's Goody. He will not stop trying, that man. Here's Williamson, about to run onto it for the Rovers, trying to get around Penny. Balked a couple of times, ducked back inside, gets it to Gaston. It's been great today, the big man Shane. Wobbly ball, though, out wide this time. O'Brien picks it up, gets around Isaac Campbell, wants the corridor, eyes it off and gets Will McCarthy.
Is Shane French?
I've got no idea.
Shahani.
Bit late to find out now.
Yeah,
He's dialed it. And he's picks it up, left foot, down the line. Booth, Hayes, Nolan again, trying to keep control of the footy. Dennis just worried him out of it. Has to go. Great footy from both teams. And a free kick's been given.
Yep. Pressure.
To Stuart Booth.
Yep. Now, I'm just thinking, Mrs. Gaston, who is a regular listener to the call too.
Oh,
just let's show a bit more imagination. They've maybe gone with Pierre.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Shahane Gaston.
Shahane. They've gone backwards here. I reckon now they're going to start time management of the highest order here. There'll be just like a bit of chip around circle work at the moment, and that's no disrespect to North Albury, but the Rovers are looking to secure the ball as safely as they can. As Gaston drives it high into half forward, base of the pack, Philo. Handball's a bit hot for Eddie originally. Lockie O'Brien got it. Dodging, weaving. Now to Kai Williamson. Can't get too clear. Kicks it inside forward 50. There's George Goody. Mops up. Handball back to Cody Gardner. A little sideways kick finds Fletcher Ramage at half back for the Hoppers. They've tried hard, but they've made a very good opponent today. Rovers lead by 46.
Yeah, you're right, Robbie. So the bubble has burst today for the North Albury Football Club. Look, they've had a wonderful season. Damon just coming to the bench.
Yeah, big Mr. Ed.
Yeah. So the Hoppers won their first final this season in 14 years. They took out the elimination final, disposing of the Bulldogs. And last Sunday, they took down the Maggies, but today it just hasn't worked for them at all. Oh, what a mark from Murphy. Another one-hander. That's our third one we've seen today, Freaky.
Yeah, he certainly would be. He's very dangerous inside that forward half. And just have to wonder if, not too sure if we'll see too many more games from Josh Murphy in North Albury colours. Obviously, so much potential. Playing a lot of the year with the Murray Bush Rangers. You don't know where he's going to be next year. Might be up in some higher honours.
And his grandfather tuning in today.
Yeah,
Robbie.
would be. Rick, bloody legend.
Holbrook man.
Yep.
In comes Josh Murphy. Has he got that one?
He has.
He's got his hand in the air. Gee, that's a good kick. That's a great kick from Josh Murphy. Well done, young man. 98 plays 58. 98 plays 58. The Rovers up. That's 4 for Josh Murphy.
Good day's work.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's fantastic.
Freaky's nailed it. We won't see that young man very often. He's headed for higher honours, and we saw him Anzac Day and really put on a big show on a big stage, and he's done that in moments today. 4 goals in prelim final day. That's a great output for a 17, 18-year-old, and go well, young man, and we'll be right behind you when you go to higher honours.
Here.
Just been a great learning curve today for the Hoppers, particularly this second half. They've really found out what a good side can bring in the finals, pressure and whatnot. North Albury have not stopped trying, but they've just come up against a side who've just experienced a little bit more of it at the higher level.
Deary me.
And we got what's here? We got.
It's going to be reversed.
Will it?
A little bit argy-bargy.
No, 50-metre penalty against Sammy Murray.
Yeah.
I reckon Sam, as coach now, take himself off the ground just in case nothing in a frustrating manner happens to him, because they do not want him not playing next Saturday. Foster Gardner?
Robbie, he's better than that. He's the leader. He doesn't...
No, I know, but
if a leader's got to take himself off the ground because he's worried about blowing up, well, come on now.
Foster Gardner will have a shot for back-to-back goals for the Hoppers from 40 out, directly in front, and the young man has kicked it. A really good finish there from Foster Gardner. The Hoppers sneak the margin back to 34 points, 21 minutes gone.
Yeah, a little bit of ill discipline by the coach of the Wangaratta Rovers, and the 50-metre penalty, which put within striking distance. And young Gardner, young Foster, he's had all the Gardner boys have played well today, and he's no exception. And he's a quality player as well, and that was a good finish.
Sam Catapan up to 6 disposals in this last term for the Wangaratta Rovers, takes him up to 25 for the game. Sam Murray, 28 for the game, and Brody Philo's had the 22 for the Rovers.
Must say, Freaky, I enjoyed that very mature debate from Robbie McKinlay and Bob Jackson over leadership.
Just to be a watch here on Lockie McCartney now too, boys. Obviously, one thing you certainly do not want to get is some sort of injury, even concussion this late in the game.
Yeah. I think he's pretty smart. I think he's holding his shoulder at the moment, and
That's the go. McCartney, short one to Philo. Now he just latches onto a barrel inside 50, Emerald Street, and Wilson has played a good game. Left foot, he might get another. Round the body, no. Ooh. One behind. So 99, they're 1 point off, cracking the century here, the Wang Rovers. 99 plays 64, they lead over North Albury in the Border Carpet scoreboard. And we've gone over 22 in the final turn, thanks to NZ.
You ever get a ton here, Bobby?
Yep.
Okay. How many?
120. Before tea.
Hayes kicks. Hayes, I just asked a simple question. You gave me the answer. I don't want to hear any more. Gardner gave it back to Hayes. That was Foster Gardner. Hayes' kick is a little bit errant. Goes the way of Samuel Catapan. Left foot kick. Long, deep. Mark Luke Wiedemann from behind. Knocked it, gathered by Hayes. Handball by Foster Gardner. Put him under pressure. The young fella responded in a good fashion. He knocked it through for a point. It's not a point, it's actually a free kick.
Free kick.
Yep, so the 100 hasn't come up, unlike Bob Jackson, who got one here before tea. Rovers have still got a couple overs to get it. Take it away, Luke.
Would have had about another 6 Red Bulls for tea too, Bobby, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Don't start him.
He's keeping them in business. Here's Arch Gardner. He hooked one over the top to Flynn Gardner, to Cody Gardner. Gee, that was good. And then on to Hayes, true centre half back to Dennis.
Here's Jack.
This is what they can do.
Come on, Jack.
They're so good when they're out and running. To Jack Reynolds, true centre wing on the broadcast side. And he comes right down to Josh Murphy, takes it in the hands. Here we go. We'll get another good look at him, and he takes off. He's got 4 on the board. Look at that. That wasn't too bad. He was looking for Minogue. He had the right idea.
Too bad. He's put it out of the stadium.
He had the right idea. Bobby.
Get selfish, young man.
Didn't come off the boot that well.
Yeah, Big Rick would have kicked
fair
it.
Enough, Bobby. Fair.
Nah, what a good grab. And Ledger had a hint of cramp there. A couple of young guns. Great to see. Both with the 29 on the back. McCartney, he's recovered nicely. Hayes directs traffic, says to Timmy Broomhead, you take it, and I'll kick it to George Goody. I'd almost pay that, because I like George. No other reason. Inside handball, Polkinghorn onto Jack Reynolds. Short pass, and he finds Nathan Dennis. He'll have a shot. 35 out directly in front to make it 3 in a row for the Hoppers. Margin sits at 35. They don't give in. So Nathan Dennis hasn't kicked one. He's kicked 1 today, and he's kicked 2. He just snuck it in. He gives us a bit of value, that goal umpire. I like his work. So it's a 29-point margin, 24 and a half minutes into the final term for Mac Jack Sheds, and that's on the Border Carpet scoreboard.
Yeah, it's what you need, Robbie, don't you?
3 in a row now.
A rock star goal umpire, just feeling the moment. Just feeling the moment.
Just putting his name out there for next week, do
That's
you reckon,
it.
Luke?
That's right,
Yeah,
Freaky.
he's been good.
Have you got a gig next week, Freaky? Oh, that's right. DVAC's away, so you have. Okay.
Yeah. Default, mate.
I'm knocking the dew off the ground, boys. That'll be good if I've been out of the Albert all night.
Back in the middle. So if you've just joined us on O&M Live, look at that. Philo's gone with a massive torpedo. Oh! Wow. Huge contest down there. That's Weaving getting up. Huge commitment from him. Ball comes out, though, to the Rovers. They got it again through Catapan. Wheeling around was O'Brien trying to find a target. Murray. Look at Sammy. Plays on over the top. Alex McCarthy rolls it through. They're on their way to the big one. They are on their way. They cracked the century. 105 to 64 on the Border Carpet scoreboard. They've been good today, Bobby.
Just making a statement. Brody Philo's taking the piss with those kicks, isn't he?
65, you reckon?
Standing torps. Come on, man.
What did that go on, 65?
Oh, you've got a better view than me, but it looked about 80 from where I'm sitting.
Oh, my apologies.
Ask Gazy.
Gee whiz. But it's all she wrote, isn't it, really, boys? They're just you just don't want to get any injuries this late. Everyone's thinking of the bigger picture from Rovers. Tommy Boyd comes off for a spell, the Fudd's off as well. So they're bringing some guns off. Big Mr. Red sitting on the bench as well. So they're just bringing some big players off that they'll require next week.
Kick off the ground by McCartney, and it's going to find Lewis, who got knocked, and it's going to be a free kick downfield. And it's going to go the way. Jack Gerrish doesn't even know he's going to get a free kick. Jack says, what? Who, me? He goes, yeah. Oh, righto. Yeah, righto. Well, Jack's got it. He kicks short. Not a great. Jack was still in shock. Or he felt guilty about it. He turned it over to McIntosh. On to Archie Gardner. Kicks it low to Nathan Dennis. Little clever handball. Gardner, Archie, hunts after the footy. Keeps hunting after the footy. Allison intercepted. Allison got a handball back to Gerrish. On to Parnell. Parnell goes to the big Frenchman. And Gatto's just going to suck some seconds out of the clock. Big Shane Gaston. And he goes backwards to Parnell. And Parnell kicks it in the middle of the ground. He finds Finn Osborne. Lukey Francis. 27 minutes gone. Rovers lead 105-70.
Osborne right out wide to the outer side. Here's Will McCarthy. Pops one over the top. Williamson, not the best bounce for him. Gets back onto it. Gets it out the back to Lockie O'Brien. Done some good things today. Alex McCarthy got a terrible bounce. Leighton Taylor, haven't seen much of him today. To Penny. And on to Hayes. Look at him go. And wants to come broadcast side. Couple of hoppers out here. Ramage on to Reynolds. Reynolds
Jack.
Ramage again, and then goes inboard, picks up Polkinghorn. This is Ryan. Short one to Foster Gardner. Big sweeping hand pass out wide. Goody couldn't get onto it. Wilson, Flynn Gardner. So time ticking away now. Couldn't be too long left. O'Brien's wrapped up, and we're going to have a stoppage on the flank on the outer side.
4 bodies wrapped up in each other on the ground there. Says it all. It's nearly siren time. On the border carpet scoreboard, it is a 35-point lead to the Rovers. George Goody, handball on to Archie Gardner. Inside forward 50. Will McCarthy, going back with the fight, took a very good grab. How many individual stats for George Goody first, please, Freaky, and also Archie Gardner for 40 wings?
Yeah, George Goody up to 33 disposals, and Archie Gardner's up to 24 today. They've probably been North Albury's 2 best today.
A good day's work. And they're starting to wind it down now, Lukey. The Rovers, 29 have ticked over on the NZ clock.
Yeah, you're right, Robbie. Oh, Alex McCarthy's kick was smothered from Tim Broomhead. So what now, Bobby Jackson? What now? So the Rovers are going to meet the Pigeons in next Sunday's grand final.
Yeah, well, they've got to get a lot of confidence out of particularly their second half, and the way they sort of moved the footy was a lot better and a lot cleaner than what they did last week. So they're back to square one in regards to their confidence levels. So they just got to find some tricks, I suppose, or unearth some tricks between now and next week where they come against the giant. So it's a David and Goliath situation next week for sure. They've battled very hard the home and away games.
And they're in the Wangaratta Rovers. They will play in the 2024 Ovens and Murray Grand Final versus the Yarrawonga Pigeons next Sunday at the Lavington Sports Ground. A super win this afternoon over the North Albury Football Club. They win 16-9-105 to North Albury's 11-4-70.
Yeah, terrific finish there from the Wangaratta Rovers in the second half. They did a lot of hard work in the first 2 quarters. They trailed by 3 points at half time, but you just had the feeling that they had the class, they had the weapons there at their disposal, and it really came to fruition in that third quarter. Came out and they kicked 7 goals to 1 in the third quarter, and that was the difference. At the other 3 quarters, the scores were electric. In fact, North Albury won the other 3 quarters by a point, but it was that third quarter that did the damage, and that set up that 35-point margin. And as you said, Lukey, they go into the grand final now. They'll take on Yarrawonga with Sam Murray back in, Sam Catapan back in, potentially Will Christie, potentially Dylan Stone, who didn't play today. So there's a lot of upside to it. Yarrawonga were too good from last time, but you get the feeling it's a different venue. They come in and played it up there at Lavington, and Yeah, there's something about them today.
Well,
they showed a bit.
That's it, and they're a confidence team, aren't they?
They
Robbie?
are.
Once they get going and once they hit their top notch, they're very hard to stop. So that will give them a lot of confidence, particularly after what happened 8 days ago when they were terrible. So polar opposites. Awful last week, very good today.
Yeah. Hey, what they ran the game out really well today, I think, and they'll get a lot out of it. There doesn't appear to be any injury concerns at all. So they should go in nice and fresh and with a lot of hope.
Absolutely. So Bobby Jackson down on ground level, he's going to pluck out
just circling now, mate.
Player of the day.
Just circling right now.
He's circling, he said.
A grey nurse shark.
He's got follow.
Well done, bros.
Yeah,
well done, mate.
Down to you,
Congratulations, mate. Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. How good was that, mate? Into a grand final?
Oh, it's super effort from where the club's come from the last 5-6 years or whatever. It's great effort by North Albury too. They're probably similar to where we've come from. So super effort by the boys. It's good crowd and that. So hopefully we can come away with the chocolates next week in Sierra.
Massive comeback from what happened last week. Your confidence must have been really low towards the back end of last week, and to bounce back the way you have, you'd be super proud of the group.
Yeah, it was a really dark day probably last week, but we had a few good truths, and we've moved forward from it obviously, and having the two Sams back in really helped, and hopefully we can get the win next week.
That first 10 minutes in the second half, was where it all sort of turned around. You're the catalyst behind that in the middle, and you got a couple of goals that got the boys up and about. So it was pretty important to get a good start in that second half.
Yeah, we knew that we had to come out hot because they're a good running side. So we sort of needed to get the game on our terms early, so they didn't get that run on. And we just sort of had a great quarter there. Had a great effort by the 22 boys today, which is fantastic.
Enjoy the week, mate, and best luck next week.
Thank you. Cheers.
Yeah, there he is, Brodie Philo. On ground level with the one and only Bob Jackson. He wins our Anytime Fitness Player of the Day. I don't know how many times he's taken it out for him. Yeah, Robbie, he's won that so many. Must be into double figures.
Well, I often accuse Scott Montgomery of just looking after his mate Brodie, but no doubt about that one, Bobby boy.
He was super important that first 10, 15, 20 minutes of that third quarter. He really got him going with two really important goals from the 50-metre arc. They were really. Yeah, they got him moving and got him going forward, and that was a massive third quarter by the Rovers, and he was the catalyst behind it.
I reckon, boys, let's take some time. George Goody, he'll lead the North Albury Hoppers off here now. My goodness, haven't they done their club proud? And I reckon they'll get a great reception here from probably even the Wangaratta Rovers supporters. Bobby. So here comes George Goody, who was unbelievable today. 33, 34 possessions, what it is. Just have a listen to that.
Yeah, here they come. So the Hoppers
that's respect.
It is. Coming underneath our broadcast spot to the left and the Wang Rovers to the right.
Yeah, they deserve that, Lukey.
They do.
North Albury. I know we will acknowledge the winners, but we need to acknowledge North Albury for what they've brought to the competition this year.
Wooden spooners 2 years ago, Robbie.
Exactly right.
So in 2022, within 2 years, win 2 finals and play so well against the Wang Rovers. I mean, they just took it to another level today, the Rovers. But what a wonderful season, and they're right on track now, aren't they? That club is it's spiked this year, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with them in the coming years.
A bit stiff too. Obviously, Timmy Broomhead obviously played a big part of the second half of the season with injury. Probably, I think a turf toe or whatever they call it. And he's probably not able to train too much, and it certainly did affect him. But one thing he was still able to impact was
Here we go.
leadership.
Big win from the Wang Rovers this afternoon in the prelim. They won 16-9-105 to North Albury's 11-4-70. We'll get to a break from Birrelly Park, Wodonga. This is O&M Live, and remember, on O&M Live, you will not miss a thing.
What's your future look like? Where do you want to be? Shaping lives through nursing? Building communities through community services? Maybe caring for animals through veterinary science? With GoTAFE by your side, you can make it happen. From agriculture, hospitality, health and wellbeing, trades and education, to hair and beauty or creative, learn real skills for real jobs and careers right now. With GoTAFE, you've got this. Search GoTAFE today.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
.0% alcohol. This changes everything. Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The rumours are true. We're heading to the Riverina. That's right, fifth quarter camps is heading to Albury and Wagga Wagga this October. We'll be in Albury on Tuesday the 8th and Wednesday the 9th of October. We'll then be in Wagga Wagga on the 10th. Isaac and I will be bringing plenty of our teammates along for the journey. We can't wait to see you all there. Head to Fifth Quarter Camp's website for more details. See you soon.
At 2AY, we're your home of live sport. Every weekend we bring you the best live broadcasts of the Ovens and Murray football and netball. Listen this weekend on your radio or the 2AY app.
Pain or injury can stop you from living life to the fullest. Albury Wodonga Private Hospital specialises in advanced orthopaedic services and offers a full range of care from diagnosis to surgery and rehabilitation. Get back to the life you love with our support.
Half price until half time is on in the locker room. Watch Friday night AFL footy action live on our big screen and get half price selected beers until half time. On now in the locker room at the SS&A.
The Ovens and Murray Football League is proudly sponsored by Opal. Thinking packaging? Discover Opal.